Let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safe Liquid Beer of the Week podcast.
Be right again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
2-1. It is all over. The Edmonton Oilers have won the Stanley Cup.
For the win. Draisaitl centers. McDavid tips it home. Game over.
Curry gets it ahead to Gretzky. Gretzky going in. Suter trying to get back. Gretzky with his knife.
It's the 6 o'clock and check-in. Come on, let's go.
And he scores. Leon Draisaitl.
It's the AM Nasty Big Hello.
And there it is. Seth Hyman.
It's the cool and red hot Nielson Show. Let's go.
The Oilers pouring it on. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
Smith from behind the net, a wraparound. Horcoff scores! Horcoff scores! Edmonton wins!
Everybody tuning in, even my wife. And those Macramala intros are cutting like a knife.
That is an absolutely pitifully bad call.
Hey, it's Mitch texting in. He's your dealer for life.
It is Marchand scores!
Let's crack at 6 o'clock and lager with some sirloin bites.
McDavid, beautiful move. In on the box. What can you say?
Let's see the Curry score!
Here they come, the Oilers. It's dropped back for Buchberger. Shoots, scores! Buchberger! The Oilers win it!
The Oilers have won the Stanley Cup.
Hot dog.
Go time.
Hot dog.
Go
boy.
time.
We are feeling it. Just gotta keep it caught in my mouth the whole show. Wow.
I got a towel down.
We are still a little time till puck drop here, but I'm
It's a good
feeling it.
pregame.
That'll get the
That gets
gets
it
the
going.
nervous energy out of you
Hey,
too,
yeah,
right? You got
no.
exercise, all that. Was it the
feel
cortisol,
great.
right?
I feel great.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Nielsen Show here, 6:06. It's Lieutenant Eric, Dustin Nielsen off, some CFL duties. Joaquin Gage on the desk today as well. And YouTube Trev, as usual, behind the monitors, keeping it locked down. EdmontonSportsTalk.com, the iHeart TuneIn radio apps, and as well on YouTube. Lots going on. Busy time right now. We got a lot of things to get to on this show today, this program. But of course, we all know the main course today, and that's something we'll be dining on a lot during the show. Man, a lot of shape here.
It's all right. It's all right.
Two
It's
flights of
good.
stars here, too.
Yeah,
You think it would
yeah.
get us
big
used to it.
stairs.
But South Fort Chevrolet, too, is our new Nielsen Show sponsor, a title sponsor of the Nielsen Show, and South Fort Chevrolet, closer than you think since 1983. A short drive to Fort Saskatchewan. Worth it to find the best deal at the best price. Your go-to dealership. Silverado 1500s and heavy duty, 0% financing available on select models. See dealer for details. It's a super casual, family-friendly experience at South Fort Chevrolet, 10109 89th Avenue. You can check them out online as well, www.southfortchev.com. Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen Studio as well. If you're looking for a little pregame bite this afternoon or later this evening, check them out. Popeye's Crispy Chicken Buffalo Wrap. Drive a couple of those in you, and as we always like to say, before the big party tonight, you got to go through the proper steps.
Yeah.
You got your sleep, take your vitamins, get a good diet, get a good base in, and then on your way.
Maybe that could be one of the text of the day things. What's your ritual coming
Actually,
in?
a step-by-step type of ritual
Yeah,
thing. I don't mind that at all. What do you like? Yeah. Lay the chart, lay the plan for us today. I know Corey B, of course, who had the tattoo stenciled on him a month or two back. He told me his wife has given him the, not a hall pass, but a free pass today to kind of go out and do what he wants. He's going to kick up his heels, I think, start at the Beer Street, Happy Beer Street, Alley Cat and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, we love Alley Cat, the 6 o'clocker and the birdie juice there, birdie booze. But he'll be walking. And he's like, give me some dive bars to go to.
Right.
And I was kind of texting back and forth with him last night, telling me all these. I mean, I had to mention Teddy's, but I don't know if that's considered a dive bar.
Yeah.
But you too. I mean, that's kind of your plan tonight as well. Kind of diving it up, maybe.
Well, I had so much fun last game at the Newcastle pub off of Sherwood Park Freeway. It was a unique clientele in there, old school, that area, a little bit more mature, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And the funniest was my wife and I trying to guess the names of people in there. And
a fun game.
I went with there was one vintage lady in there, draped in Oilers gear.
Good for her.
Yeah, but so nervous. Like, there's TVs everywhere, and she was standing behind a pillar when
Oh, she just couldn't bring herself to.
She couldn't even watch. So let's hope that I went with Rosemary is going to be back again probably tonight watching the game, and she's a good luck charm. It was
She
great.
shows up with a jersey, Rosemary on the back, 69. Hey, like that's my gal.
But I mean, the best thing was about this whole is the camaraderie of fans. Like after that game, when Connor puts that in, that whole place is high-fiving. Like from the bartenders, from the wait staff to people you don't know. It was great.
A little hugging,
Yeah.
a little smooching, it's just a big loving. And we said this too. I mean, I think the violence and the fighting has kind of got on. Remember, they kind of show your
Show you've been here before.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. But
I don't get that vibe of
love.
I mean, Yeg Wave, you see some, but it seems like young people are
I
being...
blocked them.
Yeah.
I didn't you see that trash in my feed?
But I think most people, it's got more of a European vibe to it that I appreciate way more.
And I appreciate you appreciating that because
Yeah.
we know, that type of.
I mean, you go to Europe to a sporting event, you're hard pressed to find a police officer, first of all, because everyone's there just to have a good time.
Yeah, and self-policing, much like we see in Elks Tailgate as well. There's a lot of maturity there.
Yeah.
You can have fun. Don't be an idiot. And I
Yeah,
think that's another good
exactly.
lesson in your day routine here to get ready. I know a lot of people tell in the nasty chat, it's humming. Water is a popular word. And the temperatures are, it's heating up out there too, so don't let that grab you. It's going to be a hot one. Was a hot one last night in Rogers Place. How was Snoop Dogg, by the way? Did you enjoy? Were you were front row, correct? I think.
Not last night. I couldn't exactly make it. But heard a cool story about a 91-year-old woman in Saskatoon that went to the concert and got the full treatment. So
Like the full treatment?
yeah, I think so.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Got the limo to the concert and met Snoop and got
man.
a special Roach medallion that I guess he doesn't give out, and so she was just pretty cool.
The Beaches will be playing later tonight in the fan zone type of ice district, what they got set up there. So we do got some entertainment for you later tonight heading into the Oilers game, but we're trying our best to give you some entertainment this morning as well. Nasty Chat or Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999 is the number to text. It's the PJ's inbox.
It's the ring box. It's the bling box. It's the Paris Jewelers inbox. Hey, they got lots of fancy, shiny things. Look at this, look at that. Not just for the ladies. They got jewelry for men, too. The ring box, the bling box, the Paris Jewelers inbox.
I will nominate this little jingle for an Esty. I know it's short and sweet, 22 seconds clocking in, but I love it. Packed in there. But Paris Jewelers, check them out today. Family owned and operated, 22 stores, 4 provinces across the nation. www.parisjewelers.com. And maybe if you ask them nicely, maybe they can make a brooch for you as well in ode of old Snoopaloop there last night. 780-218-9999 is that number to get into the Paris Jewelers inbox. And if you are the text of the day winner, you're off to A&W. $20 on the line to A&W, and you can enjoy 2 Mama Burgers right now for only $9.99. Perhaps that's another way to kind of settle the gut today, get a good base going. 2 Mamas, $9.99. You got that grass-fed beef patty, pickles, onion, ketchup, mustard, and the teen sauce. All in a toasted sesame seed bun. Get them today. All participating A&W locations. Most A&W drive-thrus are open 24 hours as well, so you should be good there.
I realized something at A&W yesterday that I wish my dog was in the truck with me, but they have dog patties that you can get as well.
No way.
Well, the one I don't know if it's specific to certain A&Ws, but definitely ask because $2 dog patties. So
You never know with these franchisees, hey? One place can have whistle dogs, the other place, what are you talking about? Type of thing.
yeah, I know.
Maybe a little puppuccino in the brew bar as well, hey?
Well, you see the dogs that get that at the Starbucks, but those are like $28.
Oh, we love our animals, don't we, hey? God bless them. Nasty Chat's humming. Inbox is humming. There's a lot to get to. My phone is also humming. Guess who chimes in this morning? That's Wheels. Atif is in the nasty chat. Wheels, Snoop Dogg concert canceled in Calgary tonight. He stays here for the game. Unconfirmed. That's just a report by Wheels, but he did send in some slam poetry to get you set for tonight's events. Oilers and Panthers once again. Game 6 Stanley Cup Final. Say it with me. Oilers Panthers here tonight, Game 6 Stanley Cup Final. As I've kept saying, regardless what happens, this is a moment. This is a moment that I'm not going to say what I'm going to say, but you never know when these moments come again. And 06 was a thing. I mean, a bit of a Cinderella run, not really a window of you would argue, maybe success in there. But cherish these moments. Just let it. Tonight, if you're out at Ice District, Moss Pit, wherever, stand for a second and just take a look around. Let your senses absorb the whole thing, and just just feel it, right? Like, just get that energy feeling and coursing through your veins, because this is the good stuff. This is where you want to be. It's not even the start of the series. We're now deep into it. Game 6 here. Yeah. Weather's going to be nice today. This is it. This is it.
I love it. It's a long time coming for a lot of Oilers fans. I think that they get a chance to embrace this anxiety-filled time of year, late June, and getting ready for hockey games. It's exciting. 2 wins away. Obviously, got to get things done tonight for Oilers fans. It's going to be the tough every game.
Game.
Everyone says that, but how is it a trap game in the Stanley Cup Finals?
Yeah,
Everything means so much. I don't think it's a trap game. I know I've talked about how I don't like this team when there's too much praise. I think,
and that's
the thing.
That's the one thing that circulates. Fans aren't going to. I know we all have our little rituals. They're like, "Ooh, if I do this, they're gonna." Doesn't matter. I mean, you ride the roller coaster, get real high, get real low, whatever. The team, though. And I just asked trap game. I wasn't suggesting trap game, but they do seem just the attitude. Post game pressers, media avails. We were talking off the air here. McDavid trailing around and chat. Like, they seem to be in a mental state right now that's going to be hard to get shaken out of.
Well, even McDavid, when he talks to the media, he still has that grumpiness of poor questions being asked, even when they're complimentary questions. And I think they've embraced that us against them a little bit.
And that's I think where they need to be.
And that's
I like that.
So if you see an Oiler gassing up their car today, yell out the window, they suck, and maybe that'll help. But
the media did it first, right? They got this whole thing going. So
I can't. I mean, this is one thing if it gets to that point, but I'd love to see Stoff. When if the Oilers eventually do pull this off next year with his microphone, the big ring, Stoff's big, huge Stanley Cup ring, it's on every time he's holding a microphone.
We'll be like you, wearing shades on every broadcast, because that thing will be blinging so much in our face through the television screen. Hey, I love it. This is the time, and again, a Friday. I mean, it's a Friday, for crying out loud. I know we're not observing the days of the week here through the last couple of rounds, but lots to get to. Of course, that is the main course, but it is Edmonton Sports Talk, and boy, was it a night as well. We'll just get into the morning announcements here for 100.3 The Bear. Jess Jackson, Yukon, and McCord. Actually, didn't get a call from the boys today. Scott's off. Yukon was in alone, and he usually calls, but whatever. We will get to the announcements. Week 3 in the CFL kicking off last night. It was a doozy out in Montreal as the Alouettes, uncaged, they raised their Grey Cup winning banner. They got a little bird cage there that they run through now. I thought that was pretty cool. Not really in question. 47-21. They run away with this thing. Cody Fajardo, lots of touchdowns in this game, both running and passing. Who picked up Reggie White Jr. 10 minutes before kickoff in their CFL Fantasy League? This guy. I'm loving it. Reggie White Jr., Cody Fajardo, and the Montreal defense special teams. I was cooking last night, feeling good, looking for my first win in the Dunya. Go Memphis Mad Dogs, but Montreal 47-21. Ottawa mounting a bit of a comeback in the third and fourth, but Montreal kind of taking their foot off the gas. 17 in the fourth for the Alouettes as well. So they improved to 3-1. Ottawa dropping to 1-1. Week 3 will continue tonight. Of course, Dustin Nielsen out in Winnipeg. Him and Huss were at the ballpark last night.
Saw some pictures there.
Looked like a fun time. A few nasties out. That's all I'm going to say about Dustin Nielsen right now, though. We'll leave that to be. But Winnipeg League 0-2. They're hosting the 101 BC Lions tonight in a all-Western clash. And then the Elks, of course, back in business Saturday at 5. They're in Toronto to take on the 1-0 Argonauts. Of course, the Elks searching for win number 1 as well, 0-2. Maddie and Milne will be by tomorrow afternoon at 4. They'll be live at the Century Casino Sports Bar and Lounge with the Green and Gold Kickoff Show, getting you set for the Elks and the Argos. And Week 3 will wrap up Sunday, the rematch of a home-and-home with the Riders and Hamilton Ticats down in Regina. Baseball as well. Riverhawks avoid the sweep last night. They were out in Kelowna. They defeat the Falcons by a score of 7-6. Riverhawks remain on the road. They'll visit Kamloops for a 3-game set beginning tonight. And thank God they finally return home next week. I hate when they're on these 6 gamers and you get a whole week of no potential baseball, especially with the weather turning now. I want to get down to a game. Prospects as well. They take one on the chin, 17-6 to the Bulls down in Lethbridge. And the Jays, they'll start a series in Cleveland tonight, a 3-gamer. Now, on the pitch. Earmuffs, everyone. Trigger warning. I mean, a little bit of soccer here. Canada dropping its opening match to Argentina 2-0 last night with Matthew Iwanek and his father Roman in attendance. They looked like they had a good time with the Voyagers, a few picks from the bar scene and everything. Again, more of a Euro. I mean, obviously the South American tournament here, but party atmosphere for them and the Canadians. It was nice. 2-0. I told YouTube, Trev, if you offered me that scoreline prior to kickoff, I would have taken it.
Yeah?
Maxime Crépeau, the Canadian goalkeeper, stopping Messi twice in a lone.
Yeah.
This after they drew 0-0 with France in a friendly, to which he stopped Kylian Mbappe. These are two of the biggest. Yeah. And Crépeau's just stopping them left and right. Could have been 4, could have been 5. And in a group stage tournament, you want to keep that goal differential tight. They dropped the opener to arguably the best team in the world. You play Peru and Chile now. You know what's ahead of you. I think that sets up pretty good. They had their chances. They didn't take them.
Good chances.
Great chances. And when you're stopping Messi...
Yeah,
and in the first half, they played really well. You could have got a goal. I think they deserved a draw, but it also could have been 4-0.
I was a little bit worried because watching the first like 20 minutes, it seemed like it was only a matter of time.
Well, the back line was a little...
It was a little... You could see the nerves.
They want to press up, and they want to...
Yeah.
And that's what's good about Canadian soccer is they don't want to just sit back, and they want to come at whoever you are. Yeah. And that's encouraging. But it was a little loose and fancy-free at times. But yeah, 2-0. Okay.
Argentina's like they're surgeons at certain points.
World Cup champs.
Like, it's just the little touch plays
and the gamesmanship. That Venezuelan ref was. I won't need to get into that.
Oh my gosh!
He
loved being on TV.
Well, he should have carded himself. He starts yelling it's the ref's supposed to be the common denominator.
I love how he's explaining things to players. Like the football is so theatrical.
It's all theater.
It drives me a little bit crazy. Just because of you have one sport where guys get teeth knocked out, broken bones, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go, coach." To a whisper in the ear and a guy going down like he was
the gamesmanship, baby. And Argentina not even getting on the pitch. They'd let Canada go out there and then they would wait. That shouldn't be. The ref should be.
Yeah.
But they're all glitz and glam. Oh, it's Argentina. Even the ref probably getting autographs signed after the game.
Well, you can see the even shaking hands when Messi comes back. Oh, hi.
Get it out. That's great theater, yeah. And, of course, the Euros continue today as well. 3 matches on the docket. Ukraine, Slovakia at 7. Austria, Poland at 10. And a whopper of a match later this afternoon at 1 as France take on the Netherlands. Once again, as I said, busy show for you today as well. We'll do look at this, stop by Wayne's yesterday. We were trying to find your Joaquin Gage rookie year, but they didn't have it's all. But so we're going. I think Lindros hunting, Cujo hunting, but a lot of good stuff here. Bowman, Score, and we got some gum. Trev, we can have a little chew after the show and the gum. But we'll all crack a pack of these. That's going to be mammoth fun. A little bit of retros here. That's the crack pack for Wayne's Sports Cards coming up at the end of this opening hour. TSN's Mike Johnson joins us. He is our hockey insider analyst at 7:05 for Pro-Am Sports. The second hour as well, your next chance to qualify and do the $100,000 swing to win going down at the ranch. We'll also call one of our lucky qualifiers from yesterday and enter them in. Coolbet Canada hotline of the day. That's good for the Italian Center shop. Get those pizzas right now. That hurts as well for SB-LLP and the Fan Zone to wrap up hour 2. Get a little fun and frisky in hour number 3, kind of easy trivia, 3 questions too many. An orange and blue breakfast and a Sobeys and Safeway Liquor beer of the week as well, sandwiched into that third hour of the show. So a lot of fun, a lot of things to get to, but of course, Oilers and Panthers taking the precedence today as Game 6 of the Cup Finals here in Edmonton. And what a day it's going to be. As mentioned, the temperatures as well and the weather just looking a real peach this weekend. Today's sunny. Even last night, boys, I mean, that's the wind dying down a bit, like, nice and calm out there. there. You know, it's here.
I was really lucky because I live right beside the elementary school my kids went to, and they have their carnival. And I was walking the dog, but there was like 5 food trucks outside. I didn't partake because I already made dinner, but there was everything there, from the butter chicken to the barbecue just.
Summer, baby. We're on the solstice,
It's
eh?
great.
24 today, mainly sunny, 10 later this evening, and as mentioned, the wind's kind of dying down, 26 tomorrow. Could get a thunderstorm Sunday. Loving it. It is race week as well, Gager, and I'm sure we'll touch on that maybe a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe in a segment, maybe that's good or that hurts, maybe depending on where you want to go.
It's the proper alignment of the planets or something. Stanley Cup, free practice 1 and 2. Come on.
This whole, and I get a little nerdy here, but the sports scene in doing this, there's always these like seasons, right? And but when the seasons overlap and combine, and it's just, you got this mishmash stew of everything happening. So we're going to do our best to take you through it and get you what you need. But yes, of course, Oilers Panthers tonight. And as mentioned too, a little ditty from Atif. But maybe we get the like game going on the YouTube. Hey, Trev, what do you say here? Hit the sub. Of course, we got the 9,000 eclipsing that earlier in the week. So let's keep this puppy rolling. YouTube, Nasty Chat, Edmonton Sports Talk. If you haven't already been there, hit the like, hit the thumbs up, pound the sub. Make you work for it a bit today. As mentioned, we have an Atif poem, game day poem for Game 6. Also sent to me via Dustin Nielson. Yes, he's on the road, but he said, boys, you have to get to this. Staring at a track, 2 minutes, 56 seconds long, titled Dragon Back to Alberta. I have not listened to this yet. It'll be the first running on Edmonton Sports Talk, and I'd like to play it for you. I'd like to share it with you nasties this morning. So hit the like, pound the thumbs up, smash the sub, do what you got to do on YouTube, and let's release this thing here. We'll be playing it sometime during the show. If you keep up on your pace on the YouTube with the likes and everything else like that. 780-218-9999 is the number to text. Get in there for the A&W text of the day. Bones says, turn up, Gager, please.
Turn up.
I don't mind that. Turn me down and turn you up. I more Gage. And the shades, I'm telling you, man, you came in here ready for business. This is a...
This is a big responsibility.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't take this lightly. I probably felt that's the closest I felt to playing in years. So yeah, that's why the shades are here. The future looks bright. Got to wear shades.
Just FYI, boys, LTE's mic is quite a bit louder than Gage. You're very hard to hear unless turn it very loud. Love you, boys. XOXO. Thank you,
Not
YouTube.
unlike
YouTube Trev is on it.
Yeah.
No, thank you, and that's what we appreciate from you, nasties. Look, this is it takes a village, and anything you see on the website or hear on the audio or see on the visual, let us know. We want to work to get this to be the best product for you, that you enjoy it without any sort of nicks or nags within. Bumblebee Tuna, Strummy says, breaking. Snoop cancels Calgary show after finding out there's no water for his bong. Snoop fans in Calgary can't forgive him because there's no water under the bridge. Ooh. Strong text, Strummy, a two-parter there. Maybe that is the play as well. We mentioned routines for today. Maybe Snoop Dogg canceled Calgary because... Obviously, to stay here and perform. It's not happening. I mean, we got the beaches tonight, but a fun game to play on this Friday.
He was one of the first artists to introduce the hockey jersey too, right? Like he was the first one putting that in his videos. I remember seeing. I can't remember which one it was, but could have been a Kings. I don't think it was a Kings one. It was maybe a Ducks, but yeah, I go, oh my gosh, Snoop's wearing a jersey. This is fantastic.
There was a few people from the Entourage. I think RCN was there taking pictures. Where are you? Ross Creek Nation, where are you today in the chat? But he was there. Lots of Oilers jerseys as well. But what a pre-Game 6. I mean, we got Game 6 on a Friday, the Stanley Cup. Oh, and what are we going to do the night before? I go to the Snoop Dogg concert right downtown, the big bus down there. So there's a few people that I knew, too, from online and elsewhere who he was just chilling outside the hotel yesterday afternoon. You could walk up and say hi or whatever. So, yeah nice. It's good. I mean, things are clicking right now. Tube Socks. Newcastle Pub was my pregame spot back when my kid had a game in Kenilworth Arena.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Tube Socks knows what you're throwing down there with the Newcastle. I might have to. I'll join you there one of these.
We have
a quiet afternoon or something. To really get it going. 780-218-9999. Keep getting those texts in. See a lot of them. Sailor, if you told anyone here in November that's the Oilers would be in the Stanley Cup, I would tell you you're smoking meth. Holy hell. Oilers Nation, let's enjoy the ride tonight. Pinch yourself. This is real. That's kind of the... Just enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
You're not getting paid for this. Your job isn't on the line for that. Maybe some of you are. I mean, that type of thing. But just enjoy it. Enjoy whatever happens. You're here. This is it. It's great. Jason the pharmacist, my game day ritual. This playoff run has improved my physical health. That's, for a lot of us, it's diminished our physical health in a sense, internal organs, but Jason's loving it. I watched game 1 against the Canucks on my couch drinking 6 o'clockers. Lost. Game 2 was in my basement working out, so now I have to work out every time the Oilers have a playoff game.
Yeah, perfect.
Guys just jacked, hey? They haven't even gone through like a 4-gamer. He's going the distance with all these pretty much, so.
Little 6 o'clocker lager story. My wife, I brought one home yesterday after the show, and it was in the fridge, and my wife goes, she goes, I want a beer. And I go, well, try the 6 o'clocker. And she's like, is it, because usually I have an IPA there that'll blow the back of your head off, right? So
does she like those?
No, she hates those.
So
right?
now she's,
I go, this is probably more your speed. And it was funny because I give it to her, and I'm looking at her and see, the taste. It was like a taste test, and she swished it around and goes, that is quite good, and she crushed.
She didn't spit it back out. Did
No.
Tasting, the official tasting.
It wasn't official wine tasting. But, yeah, she's a fan of the 6 o'clocker.
It gets them in every time. All it takes is one taste.
Yeah,
That's all it really takes. Yeah. You don't got to go back for another one. You know what's happening there. Love it. So pick up some 6 o'clocker lagers. I do believe the deal is still on at Sobeys for that 4-pack or 8-pack or whatever it is, 12-pack. Get a flat. Why not? Who's kidding who?
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have more. We'll be doing a little tasting as well. You love a Friday show on the Nielson Show, hey? You.
One of the main reasons I'm here.
Sobeys and Safeway Liquor will be joining us. We do have a brewery from out of town. They'll be joining us via video link for the Sobeys and Safeway Liquor segment, so that should be something as well. But once again, as I mentioned, dangling a few carrots in front of you this morning, we do have a new playoff song sent in by a Nasty, just titled Drag 'Em Back to Alberta. I'm sure you can kind of guess on the subject matter within that, and also in Atif pump-up poem, slam poetry from our poet laureate, Atif Wheels. He will be in as well. But hit the like, are we changing 100 here? 94, 121, change 100.
All right.
I'll take it. That's good for me.
Thank you.
222, hit the like, do it all. We'll do a sports update right now and be back. We'll crack some packs. Once again, get you ready for this game tonight. What are you doing? Where are you going? Who are you seeing? What are your plans? 780-218-9999 or in the Nasty Chat as well. Let's hit it. Stanley Cup Finals Game 6 tonight here at Edmonton. Oilers looking to continue their comeback against the Panthers, trailing 3-2 in the series. You can join Tom Gazzola, Matt Cassian, and YouTube Trev for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows. Coverage beginning at 4:30 here on Edmonton Sports Talk, the iHeart and TuneIn radio apps, and as always on YouTube. CFL Week 3 last night, Alouettes remain undefeated on the season with a 47-21 win over the Red Blacks, dropping Ottawa to 0-2. Tonight, the 0-2 Bombers host 1-1 BC, while the Elks visit the Argonauts tomorrow. Maddie and Milne will have your Green and Gold kickoff show live from the Central Casino Sports Bar and Lounge. Coverage begins at 4 tomorrow here on Edmonton Sports Talk. On the hard court, the Stingers improving to 7-2 with a 92-91 home court win over Ottawa. Stingers host Calgary Sunday afternoon at 4. Over to baseball, where the Riverhawks avoid the sweep down in Kelowna, defeating the Falcons 7-6. Hawks will remain on the road. They visit Kamloops tonight to kick off a 3-game set. Prospects falling 17-6 down in Lethbridge to the Bulls. That series continues later tonight down at Spitz Stadium. First pitch, 7:05. The Jays are back on the diamond tonight. They visit Cleveland to kick off a 3-game set. And over to soccer, Canada dropping its opening match to Argentina 2-0 last night down in Atlanta. Canada will get set to face Peru on Tuesday. 2024 UEFA Euro group stage action continues today and into the afternoon. Slovakia, Ukraine at 7. Poland take on Austria at 10. Netherlands and France, the match of the day. That's later this afternoon at 1.
Drop the puck. Let's go, Oilers, let's go. Let's go, Oilers, go. I hear the Oilers coming, boarding on the plane, off to the United States to play Canada's favorite game. A chance to win the glory, a chance to win the cup. Let's go, Oilers, let's go. Let's go, Oilers, go. Bring it back to our World-Stained city, the city of champions. Since I was just a baby, grew up an Oilers fan. Remember Gretzky in the 80s, seeing 4 rings on just Canucks and the Dallas Stars, all who tried but failed. We got Skinner rock solid between the pipes and McDavid our holy grail. Ekholm on the back end, and don't forget the Bouchard ball. Sweeping rats off the ice in Edmonton and bring us Lord Stanley's Cup. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I hear the Oilers coming, boarding on a plane off to the U.S. of A to play Canada's favorite game. A chance to win the glory, a chance to win the cup. Bring it back to our Austin City, the city of champions. Let's go. Bring it back to our Austin City, the city of champions. Let's go, let's go.
6:35, you're tuned into the Nielson Show, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, streaming worldwide, iHeart and TuneIn radio apps, and as well on YouTube. Looking for a high of about 25 degrees later today. 11 degrees and clear right now. Pretty calm as well. This is, you're waking up, you're going outside. Early morning for you, of course, joining the show. Joaquin Gage, and we appreciate your time, but you head out there. This is as bright, I mean, it's the solstice. This is as bright as it's going to get for right? And so you get out there today, nice and calm, sun's up, birds are chirping.
Hence the shades.
It's
It's the brightest day of the year,
Do
boys.
you have those mirrors on the sides, too, that you kind of see it's coming back from you? Remember those? Those are pretty neat.
yeah.
Spy sunglasses. No, Strummy as well in Nasty Chat. No statute of limitations on those gift cards, buddy. There, you can win them. Collect them, let them pile up here on Iwanek's desk. You also have a hat waiting for you. That's all fine, man. You pick a time to come in, and Maddie will have your care package all ready to go for you. And if people have won stuff in the past, I mean, please swing on by. Don't be shy. Some of you haven't collected a few prizes from past games and contests and everything. So if you do have some time, swing down. Today would be, again, kind of a skeleton staff here, but that's okay. Come down, swing. If you're going to the game tonight, maybe make this a pit stop beforehand and get yourself some A&W or something else you win. But 780-218-9999 is the number to text. Penguins jersey and gin and juice, I believe. A few people.
There we go.
Up late Nate and my brother Lucas, of all people, educating us on that. So with Pittsburgh down the front. I don't mind that lettering.
I like the lettering.
Pittsburgh can do it. Utah, no.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I looked at some of those. It doesn't look too bad. I do like the hockey club.
It all warms up on you. And I think until you see him on the ice, right? Then kind of goes away.
We'll see.
Nielson Show presented by South Fort Chevrolet. The GM has a wall of Nerf guns in his office that is available for kids to try out if you're bringing the whole family down. Otherwise, it's used on the staff for fun. Sounds like a great dealership out in Fort Saskatchewan, but it's South Fort Chevrolet. Closer than you think since 1983. Check them out today. www.southfortchev.com. And if the manager has Nerf guns hanging on his wall, that's a place I'd like to go and do business with, whether or not I'm buying a car or not, or I just like to go down there and chat a bit, maybe have a Nerf gun war. Morning, boys. I saw Snoop back in like 99 or something at the Joint in West Ed.
What?
And yes, he came out in a number 99 jersey. We all went wild. Huge win tonight for the Oilers. We can drag them back to Florida kicking and screaming. Have a great day, Nasties. That comes in from Trev15. Nice to see you, Trev15. Joel's in, all caps as usual. Another birthday in your household? I thought there was a birthday yesterday. Birthdays galore at the Joel household, apparently. More Snoop texts as well. Anybody at the concert last night? I know it was RCN, and I think Rip City Step pointed out that he was at Kelly's afterwards, so he'll probably be showing up at around 9 with Tommy for the hangout.
Yeah.
But if anyone was there last night, give us a little review. It'd be nice during this opening hour. As we do, as I said, we do have a few things to tease you with, a Wheels of Teeth poem, and a new song entitled Drag 'Em Back to Alberta. So we'll have that on the go, but we want to make you work for these just a bit. It's not a big day of work, but sitting at 175 in the likes, let's juice that up to 200. 200, and we'll get to what? We'll get to a teeth for 200. 300, we'll release the Drag 'Em Back song. So smash the thumbs up, hit the like on YouTube, and we got some treats for you as well. Barry the Cheater. Let's not forget the guy from Boys to Men in the LL Cool J video, lover. I mean, look, the Oilers, Kobe, obviously. Fogel was wearing the shirt of Kobe, wearing the jersey from Moon's Back. I mean, it is a recognizable brand, heritage logo. You know, it's, I think even if you're not a hockey fan stateside, you see that and you're like, hockey team.
You know what? Concerts are funny because I remember way back when I went to see Smashing Pumpkins at Rexall, and old Billy Corgan, he kind of like, it was a neat concert, a unique concert, I would say at that point, like late 90s. But I think Billy Corgan said something, I'm paraphrasing here, but, and Gretzky's coming back. And this was like and it was kind of like, what? What are you saying? Like
Billy Corgan's breaking the news?
Yeah, breaking the news
outsider.
that Wayne Gretzky's coming back to play for the Oilers. And he thought that would get he had the crowd going and then just lost them.
People all run out of the event.
Yeah,
They're like,
what?
oh my God, I got to tell my family about this.
So that was kind of funny, but no, it's concerts are great. I love when they incorporate the local sports team and stuff. But I mean, Shania with that dress way back when too, right? Like, it's too bad you can't roll her back one more time. She was a little bit of a good luck charm.
I had a feeling with her, hey? And
I did too.
She's
I did
the
too.
Canadiana of it all.
I know.
And I mean, again, tonight, Loud Luxury.
Yep.
I don't know if you're familiar with that duo.
No.
I know you're a fan.
Yeah,
Sometimes I think maybe your kids, it kind of crosses your plane. But the Beaches, killer group. Those ladies out from, I believe, Hamilton way, they can put on a good show. They'll have it going. Look, this shouldn't be something that eclipses the game. No. And not that saying that Shania did. But these acts, I think, will suffice fine. A nice appetizer to the main event. So, yeah, later tonight before Game 6, concert will be open to the public. Gates will open 2:30. This from the official @Ice District account. No ticket required. So Loud Luxury and the Beaches performing. Look, the benefit of the weather as well. Don't leave this till late. Don't show up there at 4 o'clock expecting to get in. You probably won't.
And enjoy the last game this season in Edmonton.
That's
this
it too. Yeah.
This is a
Win or lose,
unbelievable.
this is,
This is unreal. Even Tommy and I were talking about the way that the Oilers have been able to maximize their home dates throughout this playoff run, except for one, I think. But they've hit
5 against the Kings. They got
5 against,
but every other series.
Every other series, they've maximized their home dates, which is good for the pocketbook, but also great for the fans to feel part of and things, and for the players, I'm sure, getting a little bit more juice from everything.
It doesn't hurt. That's
no. It's and. Like, even driving in, I look behind me driving here, and there's, the big Dodge, and with 4 flags in the back, cruising down the white mud. I'm just like, oh yeah, people are ready.
I like
They're
seeing
ready.
company. I'm seeing like work trucks, like something masonry, but then they've just slapped like a like peeling like the label off the 6 o'clock and just slapped on the side, like not kind of peeling off, but anything and everything now has just got an Oilers logo, boom, like right on it. The LRT construction by my place, flags hanging off like the heavy machinery, that type of thing. So anywhere and everywhere, probably tattooists as well, probably.
Oh yeah, the little more oil drops.
Maybe
everywhere.
Not just yet, but yeah,
not teardrops,
but
oil drops. A little tough on the face, but.
So again, 2:30. For every game, you get another
every game.
How many people did you kill? What a story that would be for people. What the hell is going on?
It's a Stanley Cup win.
Man, that would go down
that would
great.
Be good.
So, Corey B, if you're listening, another idea for you maybe today. After his brewery tour this afternoon, he might be implied to do those. But Nasty Chat's pumping. People are going at it with themselves. Look, the music, whatever. I've seen the Beaches 5 times, always good. Yeah, JCD 780. Yeah, it's good rock. It's like playing AC/DC. It's background stuff, and it's just to build up the aura there. Rob, good morning, gentlemen. Happy game day. Can either one of you two write me a permission slip to leave early today? Let's go Oilers. And Sully also says, play the Dragon Back song. I need to be in class in 20 minutes. It does, for a lot of you, school, work, whatever. We were doing this a couple years back. They had those absentee slips.
Oh, really?
Please excuse my employee. There's a hockey game today, blah, blah, blah. Could we not do that for today? As you mentioned, this is it. Whether or not the series, like this is the last home game, it's a Friday, the weather's nice, play a little hooky.
Or just
don't show up. Quit your job.
Yeah, no. This is one of those things where, oops, I pooped my pants. I got to go home or something like that.
I cannot stop going to the bathroom in my pants. I cannot that because you're so nervous, right? From the nerves. Yeah. So maybe if you have any hooky stories or interesting ways to get out of either school or work today as well, feel free to share them in the nasty chat.
Or just
the
a short
Trans
day.
Division
I
book.
think it should be a short
Half day.
Half day.
Friday,
Most
right?
Fridays
Isn't
are half
school
days.
should be done by now anyways, right? They only have a week left.
They're basically it
winding it up.
depends. They're studying in high school. My daughter's studying the whole time, but when they were in elementary school, it was like they were just watching movies at this point, right?
Yeah,
So,
You're kind of
just-
playing up you have that school game day or whatever, like the games and everything. So, no, well, I look. We said 200 for the Atif Mumble rap. We also said 300 for the Dragon Back to Alberta song. So we're sitting at 178. I do believe we can get to the Atif rap before 7, but we might be playing that Dragon Back tune maybe in the 7 o'clock hour. Prove me wrong. Nasties, 780-218-9999. Get in the YouTube, hit the like, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe as well. Let's get into the Crack Pack right now, brought to you by Wayne's Sports Cards. You can check them out. I was there yesterday, right next to the, well, not right next, but in the same strip mall, mini mall as the Italian Center shop as well. But Wayne, he's ready to go, excited for tonight as well. But we got some, we were going Gage rookie hunting, but unfortunately, as Wayne informed me yesterday, they're all sold out. So we'll be cracking some packs from the early 90s here. You might see a few friends in here as well. But
with a few of those guys.
We'll have a pack. Bowman. I think Lindros hunting in here, Cujo hunting, so a few other names as well. But I'll let you Gage first pick here, and Trev, you can feel free to take a pack yourself.
I'll take the Bowman.
Okay.
90 Bowman. Those
Trev?
are big.
Okay. Which I think they all have gum in there, but I don't know when the flavor.
I can feel the gum.
The yellow. Okay, there you go. All right. Well, I'll take this
cracking?
1990
We're
score.
cracking?
Let's crack it up here once again for Wayne's. And pop in and see Wayne if you're making an afternoon out of it. Head on down to the shop this afternoon. Maybe crack a few packs with old Wayne, and he'll send you on your way. Ron Francis, first card. Look at that. Where's Joe Balanescu when you need him? Ronnie Francis in the Hartford Whalers green. I'm starting this pack off correct.
God, these are
Stefan Richer, Kevin Hatcher. Ooh, Essa Tikkanen, Shadow.
ooh.
I don't know if you can see that there as Oilers, but that's a nice one.
Fan of the show.
Fan of the show, Billy Ranford as well.
Wow.
A stopper. Hey.
We got Ray Ferraro.
That's a nice Hartford.
Hubie McDonough. Oh, Hubes.
Look at these Oilers cards. Yari Curry now, 1990 record setters. I've gotten a Tikkanen, a Ranford, and a Yari Curry. I can keep this thing going here. Mike Krishalinsky, Grant Ledyard, Steve Casper, Grindamore.
Wow.
Hey, there's my Curtis Joseph.
Nice.
I don't think this is the correct pack, though, that I should have been hunting for him, but that's I'll take it anyways. In his belief. And Uwe Krupp
Oh,
from your
German
Buffalo
legend.
Sabres. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Ridley, Dominic Lavoie. Oh, Vinny Damphus, hat trick card. That's
Oh, that's what's he wearing?
a Leafs jersey. With,
Love it. I love it.
It's just crazy. Mike Gardner, great goal scorer. Kalle Johansson, Peter Svoboda, nice. Oh, old Oilers legend, but in a Bruins uniform. Andy Moog.
Okay.
Christian Rutu,
Christian Ruto. I had his Pog.
Guy Carbonneau, great
I
guy.
love it. That's a good card, too.
Old Dave Lowry, wow, and Scott Arneal. A lot of
Scott
journeyman.
Arneal, hey?
A lot of journeyman in this.
Of
in
your
this
Winnipeg
pack.
Jets. Trev, you cracked that puppy yet? What do we got? Any hits?
Well, I got
Slab-worthies?
this is interesting. I'm just trying to look it up. I got Jeff Jackson. Is that Oilers, Jeff Jackson?
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, right?
Didn't he play for?
See,
What year are you cracking there?
This is what year? Let's see here. Oh, my gum just falls on my computer. 1990-91. So he's playing for the Quebec Nordiques. It
Yeah.
kind of looks like him.
Yeah,
I had no idea. So that's kind of cool.
yeah.
So that's a sick
Yeah,
pull.
that's
That's pretty
DB
cool.
pick is pretty.
Yeah, well, that's what I was looking at. I'm like,
look at that.
I'm like, is that him? Like,
Wow.
I can kind of see it. So that's pretty sweet.
2J, slab it.
Andrew McBain, Glenn
That's a sign.
Featherstone, and Brent Sutter, other ones. So not bad, but yeah, this Jeff Jackson, that's pretty cool.
We're only missing a Kenny Holland.
I
this
know.
one to complete
in the builders.
Stick that in your guiding record book. Man, we got to put that on display. Put it on. Yeah. Show that to the camera there, Trev. Give the people what they want. A little 2J here. There we go. Yeah, get that
Nice.
glare. Here, let's
How
see.
are the stats on the back? How are this?
Yeah, take a look at that. Read that one out there first, Gage.
So what do we got? Oh, we got 80-45 Maple Leafs. Just one assist. I guess his best year was 87-88 with the Nordiques, 68 games, 9 goals, 18 assists for 27 points, and 103 PIMs. So a little bit of aggressiveness from old JJ. And last year with Nordiques, it's amazing because this is an amazing stat. He had 0 games played, but had 8 goals and 12 assists for 20 points. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So, good job, JJ.
And a credit to him, and because when you mentioned Trev, I mean, we were all like, "What? No, there's no way." I mean, guy's looking good for however old he is right now. So credit to old 2J.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Crack Pack once again brought to you by Wayne's Sports Cards, as mentioned, nestled in West Side here, along with the Italian Center, and go check him out today. Tell Wayne EST Boys sent you. And he'll treat you right and let you know of everything you need and everything you can get and all the good stuff. Not just cards, Legos, Pogs, the whole bit. I even went in there yesterday. They got these, not mini replica. Well, yeah, replica, but not mini. It's about, yay high of Stanley Cups just in the box. You buy one, bring one down to Ice District tonight, start rolling that around. Why not? Wayne's, check him out today. As mentioned, Mike Johnson will be by just after 7. He'll be our big guest of the show, brought to you by Pro-Am Sports. We'll take a deeper dive into tonight's action, get Mike's thoughts on the series thus far and Game 6 ahead. But once again, $20 to A&W online for text of the day this morning. Let's dive back into the inbox. Shout out to Tugger's birthday. Go Oilers, go. Please attach your names to your texts, especially if you're texting in for the first time so we know who you are. But happy birthday, Tugga. If Russell Crowe and the old hey Tugga, the South Park, Tugga, you're gonna fight. Yeah. Okay, so we've hit 200, changing 200 as promised. We have an Atif mumble rap for you ahead of Game 6. You know how Wheels does. He was chugging hard to the 6 o'clocker lager in the birdie boost the other night. That picture, hey, like his kitchen, his kitchen.
Yeah, just.
His kitchen is the place to be. Frying up pancakes late at night, guzzling down those lagers, and
well, it's good that he kept the batter mix. It's a good thing he kept that.
Yeah, you do.
But someone's got to get him some Windex, man. There's a Windex ad in there for those glasses.
I think he's at a point probably where the ignorance is bliss. He just kind of likes to see the world through a bit of a blur at this point. Yeah. But without any further ado, and we love him. He is an OG nasty. But Atif, Wheels, he'll be down there tonight. Check him out. Guy in the chair. He'll be all around that fan park. But this is Atif with a Game 6 pump-up speech poem, whatever you want to call it.
Oilers Nation, it's Game 6. It's game day. I want to ask you, what you gonna do, brother, when the Edmonton Oilers force a Game 7 on you, Florida, Matthew Tkachuk and Sam Bennett? What you gonna do, Bill Zito, when the Edmonton Oilers force a Game 7? You gonna go throw another harmless water bottle and have a freak out? What you gonna do? Who's with me? Connor, you with me? Yeah. Nude, you with me? Yeah. David, you with me? Yeah. Skinner, you with me? Yep. Then, let's go. Step into a Slim Jim. Let's go, Oilers.
So, a lot to unpack there. In and out of character, kind of.
That's the first time he's laughed at his own.
He had to. It was too good. He couldn't resist. Yeah. He's like, "You brilliant bastard!"
Oh my God! The cross between a woken up Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Savage. That is
step into it.
It's brilliant.
You wondered why when you walked in this morning I was saying smoking a pack of Pall Malls.
Wow.
Now it makes sense. This is the connection.
Yeah,
here.
There it is.
I know Atif, I don't think smokes, but boy, oh boy, what a rasp.
Wow.
Yep, the yep is just flying into the nasty chat as well. Give it up for Atif. Hit that like button. Let's release that Dragon Back to Alberta tune as well in honor of Atif. But well job, Wheels. We love you, man. That's Snoop should have brought you on stage last night. That would have been. Could have held your own, right? Somebody said, Mike says, "Holy shit, evil Atif." Yeah, that's. I will use the word because I think that's what we were all thinking. Evil Atif, and maybe that's it. We mentioned the Oilers too, kind of being that enemy. Yeah. This is that snarl, right? He's channeling his inner Connor McDavid here.
Wow.
Boy, oh boy, you saint.
That is so good.
Timber Woodsman sent a GIF into the Paris Jewelers inbox of an old man taking pancake mix off of a cupboard. This is all. We're all on a go today. So good on you, Atif. You are our our own bit of a mascot, good luck charm, whatever you want to call it. Who needs Shania when you got a teeth down in the fan park, eh? 780-218-9999. You can have your reactions fly in there or in the nasty chat. Fun size Andrea says he really is VR. Are you saying a teeth is VR Montenegro? Snoop and a teeth, imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine. Wouldn't that be something? Can wait for a teeth serial killer bio on Netflix that comes in from Strummy. We can always say we knew him before he took off, right? That would be our claim to fame.
Motivational speaker, a teeth coming in.
Tony Robbins, who needs you?
Yeah.
Get him with that headset mic and just rolling around stage. And left bench Josh, it sounds like he's talking through a voice modulator and is about to tell you he's holding Smash for ransom and wants a flat of 6 o'clockers in return. That comes in from left bench Josh. CB radio guy says, "Play it again, you cowards." You know what? You're right. It's a game day. We're feeling good. It's a Friday. There was a lot to digest, so let's just run it back one more time here. Probably not the last time you'll hear it this show, but we got a lot going on. Ahead of Mike Johnson here, another running of the Atif Game 6 pregame speech.
Oilers Nation, it's Game 6. It's game day. I want to ask you, what you gonna do, brother, when the Edmonton Oilers force a Game 7 on you, Florida, Matthew Tkachuk and Sam Bennett? What you gonna do, Bill Zito, when the Edmonton Oilers force a Game 7? You gonna go throw another harmless water bottle and have a freak out? What you gonna do? Who's with me? Connor, you with me? Yeah. Nude, you with me? Yeah. David, you with me? Yeah. Skinner, you with me? Yeah. Then, let's go. Step into a Slim Jim. Let's go, Oilers.
I like how that was brought to you by Slim Jim.
Who
just
knew?
Fit that in there at the end.
Who knew he was sponsored by Slim Jim?
He's making that gas station wiener money now, eh?
That's huge.
Yeah,
the laugh. It is. That's
what does it for me. A little too much. I'm sorry. I'm losing it.
Bill Zito, and he starts just mumbling off. You can tell he gets actually mad about it. Boy. We love you, Tief, man. That's just great. 6:56. It is the Nielsen Show. Lieutenant Eric, Dustin Nielsen away. He's got the call tonight in Winnipeg. Bombers, Lions. Should be a good one as well. Look, we got the hockey game, but nothing short of sports right now. You got that remote going, preview channel. On the next, you got the 5 set up and you're bam, bam, bam during commercials. So Dusty on the call tonight out in Winnipeg. Should be a cracker of a game there between the Bombers and Lions. Joaquin Gage in this morning. Appreciate your time. And the shade, man, you again, coming to play. It is race week, so I understand why you're kind of...
No, it's and it's sunny for the first 2 days. Maybe a little chance of rain for the actual race. Looking forward to that. I see that Lando Norris, fastest times in FP1.
Okay.
But was the only one to go to the soft tire, I think. So, and a little bit, I think it was a few tenths ahead of Max Verstappen. We
have a little time here, but your thoughts ahead of the race, Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya.
The question mark for me is Mercedes. There was all this talk about them improving the car. Obviously, you wearing the
Go
kit.
team.
They look pretty good. Their times look competitive in the first practice, right? So I wonder if there's some progression there. And I've said it before. I want to see how the strategy goes between George and Lewis right now.
We're racing. What is it?
We're racing now. But obviously be respectful, or I forget the actual verbiage that they used. But I think they've closed the gap. Obviously, McLaren is highly competitive, and now let's see if they can push Max a little bit more. It's going to be a great race.
Love it. And I love the Euro races now back to that schedule as well. You got your morning, takes you through the weekend. Beautiful thing to wake up to. Gager, you're getting some praise. Whale and the Wolf in the Nasty Chat. Gager looks cool as F. So the boys are loving you there. I know somebody texted in, and I don't know if that's, maybe you were chuckling at that, Trev. Roll into a Slim Jim. I don't know if that was the one you saw, but Strummy, if you text that in, that's setting the bar for a text of the day. Don't step into a Slim Jim. Roll into a Slim Jim with a teeth. Or wheel into a Slim Jim as well. I don't mind either of those. Keep them coming in. 6:58. We'll do a sports update. We'll be back. Reset. Mike Johnson should be joining us here as well. to explore tonight's Game 6. We'll get his thoughts on the contest, the vibes, and everything else surrounding this Stanley Cup Final series. A very long... the Dallas series seems like moons ago. Like, I had a buzzed head at that time.
Think of the Kings, how long that was... Was that this season or last season?
Game 1, walking to Hudson's Bourbon Street for that one, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be, eating a lot of chicken over the next month or two." And here we are, and
it's unbelievable. The fact that I think we were saying a lot of NHLers are already probably 2-3 weeks into their summer training regime.
I was thinking about this too. Whoever wins the cup. What are you gonna? You're gonna get a week with it. You're kind of the Jets released a preseason schedule yesterday. You saw that, hey?
No.
And the Oilers are on it, so you've already got this doesn't end now. This just continues.
It's crazy. Hey,
you won the cup. Now give it back.
It's almost not enough time to recover. It's.
We talked about this in the hangout yesterday, and in terms of people getting bang for your buck, you want guys performing at their best.
Yeah.
And if you're kind of, it's a long year here.
See, and this is where I think I said it on the hangout. This is where Paul Marie said we're 200 games into this progression to try to win a Stanley Cup. That's so much over that 2-year span to play, and I think it gets even more difficult as this season goes on or this playoff series goes on. You get into deeper waters. The water wings come off, and you're basically you're paddling and trying to stay afloat.
Nice clear water in that Kings series. Now you're in like a tar sand, quicksand type of thing. Where everything's so much tougher. So. Dennis in a mail truck says the subtle beauty of that speech is, Connor, you with me? Then McDavid, you with me? Connor Brown gets top billing. Very slick. Didn't catch that one, Dennis, but
nice,
a great grab there. I love it. Wheels getting a lot of praise in the nasty chat. Okay, we'll do a sports update on the way. Once again, TSN's Mike Johnson. A lot of fun in the second hour, and then we'll be drinking some beer and getting you set for the Oilers Panthers as well in the third. Sports update right now for Green Plan. We'll be back with TSN's Mike Johnson after the break.
Just quickly before the second hour, just a quick conch, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
In the inbox, my wife, Jen Cole, birthday is on Sunday, and since there is no show, can I get an advanced B-Day conch for her? I think it's only fitting. Yes.
You had me there when you started with my wife. I thought it was like, Trev, is there something you'd like to... finding out something every day. I love it. Sports update, Green Plan, and happy birthday. Yeah, I'll give another one there. Birthday mania at the... Love it. Stanley Cup Finals continue tonight. Game 6 between the Oilers and Panthers, with Edmonton looking to overturn a 3-2 deficit. You can join Tom Gazzola, Matt Cassie, and YouTube Trev. They'll have your GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows. Coverage starting at 4:30 here on Edmonton Sports Talk, the iHeart and TuneIn radio apps, and as well on YouTube. CFL Week 3 last night saw the Alouettes remain undefeated with a 47-21 victory over the Red Blacks, dropping Ottawa to 0-2. The 0-2 Bombers host the 1-1 Lions tonight, while the Elks visit the Argonauts tomorrow. Maddie and Milne will have your green and gold kickoff show live from the Centric Casino Sports Bar and Lounge. Coverage starts at 4 o'clock tomorrow here on Edmonton Sports Talk. The Edmonton Stingers running their record to 7-2 with a 92-91 home court win over Ottawa. Stingers are back in action and at home Sunday afternoon at 4 against the Calgary Surge. On the diamond, the Riverhawks avoid the sweep down in Kelowna, defeating the Falcons 7-6. Hawks stay on the road. They'll visit Kamloops for a 3-game set beginning tonight. Prospects, they fall 17-6 down in Lethbridge to the Bulls. That series continues later tonight from Spitz Stadium, first pitch 7:05. Jays, they're in Cleveland to open a 3-game set with the Guardians later tonight. And on the pitch last night, Canada dropping its opening match to Argentina 2-0 at the Copa Americas from Atlanta. Canada will get set to face Peru on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the 2024 UEFA Euros continue today with 3 matches. Slovakia and Ukraine, that's kicking off here soon. Poland and Austria later at 10. And this afternoon, the main event will feature France taking on the Netherlands. This sports update brought to you by Green Plan, providing you with award-winning environmental planning and consulting service. Whether it's municipal, industrial, or residential, plan it right with Green Plan. Visit green-plan.com or give them a call, 780-455-4292.
First thing we firewood eat, and then we hire our block. Bring in Paul Coffey, then goals against our stock. Illusions that someday we'd be in the fight. Now it's playoffs, and this is game night.
7:04 here on the Nielson Show, EdmontonSportsTalk.com. We'll cut that one a little early, maybe play you the full thing a little later on because our next guest is patiently waiting and ready to go on this game day. It is the Nielsen Show, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, iHeart, TuneIn Radio apps, and as well on YouTube. Lieutenant Eric Joaquin Gage with you this morning. Dusty's got the call tonight. Bombers Lions on TSN CFL Week 3 continuing from Winnipeg. And YouTube Trev behind the monitors, keeping everything flowing the way it should and looking and sounding extremely good as well. Want to let you know the Nielsen Show as well presented. Southport Chevrolet. Closer than you think since 1983, a short drive to Fort Sask is worth it to find the best deal at the best price. Your go-to dealership for Silverado 1500s, heavy duties, 0% financing available on select models. See dealer for details. Great day out there as well. 25 for a high, mainly sunny. Great morning as well. Clear, calm. You were looking cool. The shades are off. That's fine. It was the opening hour thing.
Opening hour.
But you'll need the shades today. It's going to be a hot one out there. We're loving it. Not as hot out east, I guess, with their little heat bubble, but we'll take it all the same. Later in this hour as well, your next chance to qualify for the $100,000 swing to win. That's coming up just after our next guest, TSN's Mike Johnson. We'll bring him right now. He is brought to you, as always, by the fine folks at Pro-Am Sports. Gear up for game day today. Get an Oilers jersey. Got the Stanley Cup patches as well. Bring yours in. Get it sewed on ice name and number sewing as well. Visit them today at corner 128th Avenue, St. Albert Trail, just by that Mr. Mike's up there. Or you can visit them from the comfort of the internet, proamsports.ca. And we welcome in TSN's Mike Johnson this morning. Mystic Mike, how you doing, man? Where are you at? What's your day looking like? Can you kind of track us through what's, again, covering the series? Probably a busy day, but give us your menu and your play for the day here from Mike Johnson's point of view.
Good morning, boys. Well, first off, we got to wake up early. I'm in Edmonton. We had it because of the Snoop Dogg concert, which sort of snuck up on us last night, which I think every media member just about went to. We had a dark day yesterday. We weren't allowed in the rink to get to our set. So I actually went home to Toronto one extra day, went up to my cottage in that heat bubble. It was my daughter's 18th birthday. So happy birthday, Kens. And flew out late last night. So just got in, and we'll head over to morning skate after this, and then we're on for the pre-game show from whatever it is, 4 to 6, and then post-game will be an hour or like 2 hours, depending on the result of how these things go. And then we're either back to Toronto, season's over, or back to Florida for what will be just an incredible culmination of this year. And at this point, you know how it gets at the end of the year. People get a little squirrely, a little ornery, like they kind of want the year. They don't cheer for anyone. They just kind of want the series to end so that the season's over. Summer starts. But now, given what what Edmonton did the last couple of games and what McDavid specifically has been able to do, there's a sense of it like, let's see this go all the way. Like, let's see the drama of a Game 7. And I think if it comes to that, that would be something really special.
Well, you're kind of feeling it, Mike. I mean, I suggested in Bill Zito throwing the water balls. I mean, why fly everybody back up for Game 6? Take the Game 6 loss, just stay down there and play Game 7 if that's how we all kind of think this is going. And it's been a fascinating series. Joaquin and I were talking. It seems like ages ago since the conference final. But the way this thing started with Bobrovsky and kind of Barkov, leading the way there, how it's kind of changed now to the Skinner-McDavid show. But your thoughts on how this series has kind of went from again, the Panthers, and you could maybe argue the Oilers maybe deserved 1, perhaps 2 from those games, but they didn't, albeit. But they love having their backs against the wall. They must have planned it this way. So this thing's lasted a long time. You mentioned people are getting squirrely, but I mean, is tonight fans... And we were saying this too. I jokingly said trap game, obviously Stanley Cup Finals, but the fans, again, we're all excited for 7. We all know this is going to 7 right now. Tell me, and we've been looking at the Oilers and listening to McDavid talk and everything, but how are they setting up mentally for this position? How do they kind of keep all that noise? Because coming back here, I mean, it's a jungle right now.
Yeah, it's going to be bedlam. It's one of those moments like, I've been doing this for a while. I've been fortunate to be a lot of cool places, see a lot of cool things. I am genuinely excited to go to the rink, to experience whatever is going to happen tonight. Like that, respectfully to Paul Maurice, who said, both rinks are really loud, it's the same. They ain't the same. They're not even close to the same.
Yeah.
Like, not even ballpark the same. They make noise when they score, but the last 5 minutes of that game was quiet.
Yeah, but Jack Nicklaus on the drum, right? I mean, that was that gets you up.
I don't want to slag on Jack. He's a bit older right now, but that was probably not a great choice to tap the drum.
Yeah.
But so I think we've seen what Stuart Skinner's record is in games 4 through 7 in playoff series. We've seen what McDavid and Draisaitl, I think they're 1-2 in history of the league in elimination games and points per game. Like, it is incredible stuff how they turned game 4 into a rush game. Game 5, one of the real strengths coming into the series was always said, if Edmonton gets this to be a special team series, that should favor them. As good as Florida's penalty kill is, if you can make it power play penalty kill, Edmonton has to like their chances. That's part of their game. They realize we're better at the power play than you. Our penalty kill is better than yours. If that could be a +1 differential every game, we're in good shape. And in game 5, they score 5, but empty netter, shorty, 2 power play goals, and then McDavid fooling everybody. Gager, that looked like 1980 style, standing straight up, banking them in off the back field. So, I think Edmonton sort of has found ways to get the game the way they like it in games 4 and 5, more often they were able to in games 2 and 3 specifically. And if you play the game, your style of stuff you do well, then you give yourself a better chance to be successful. And then when you have a player, and this I don't want to be trapped to prisoner of the moment, but in all the Stanley Cups I've been to, which is 14 in a row, I don't remember any singular game like McDavid's last game. It was that we're up in the box watching the game, and we got Mike Rupp, Stanley Cup winner, Brian Boyle, been to Stanley Cup Finals, really successful player, Jason Demers just retired, played for the Oilers, and we were all sitting there shaking our heads, sort of speechless at the greatness we were watching. And you start reaching for other sports because it doesn't happen in hockey. Kucherov is great, Sidney Crosby is great, but I don't remember them sort of that kind of otherworldly performance like McDavid was having. So you turn, obviously, that's Michael Jordan stuff. A team game with an individual, I got the ball, I'm going to shoot it all the time, I'm going to make sure we don't lose. And basketball, you can do that. That's the nature of the sport. Hockey, you can't. That's the point. The way the game is played, especially at the Stanley Cup Final against the best defensive team in the league, no matter how great you are, and he is great, even McDavid can't sort of take a game over. And yet that's what it was outrageously, historically, sensationally amazing. And it was almost like a pleasure to witness what he was doing last game. But you talk about the mentality. As impressive as the game was, 25 minutes, the 4 points, all of it. After the game, I would be jumping out of my skin. We're going back to Edmonton. We're dragging back to Edmonton. And he was so cool. He was on the interview with Emily Kaplan on ESPN. It was like he just won a February game in Carolina. Absolutely. No, which is another game. Yeah, we're happy we played well. We just want to keep playing. It was okay. We all worked together. It was so matter of fact. And I thought that really set the tone for what the team needs to sort of approach the last 2 days, because coming into today, now Edmonton sort of is close enough that they have to deal with, the possibility of what they could potentially achieve. And that starts to play with your mind a little bit. I thought McDavid did a great job right away, post-game, on the bench, of saying, no, it's just business as usual. We just got to keep trying to play same even keel, which will be hard to do. But if the captain can do it, then they'll be in great shape.
Sorry, Gage, I think paraphrasing as well yesterday, he just kind of talked about the final and says, I don't really feel anything. It's nothing to it. And I agree with you, Mike. I mean, I think is in the right zone mentally. And I just wanted to say, nice job on the Michael Jordan drop, because resident LeBron fan Dustin Nielsen not here. He is waking up in Winnipeg this morning with a tinge somebody mentioned MJ on my show and not LeBron. But take it away, Gage.
I think about the two arenas, and I heard someone much more intelligent than me refer to it as the Florida games are going to a sporting event, but the games here in Edmonton are kind of like a Sunday morning going to church. It's more of a religion at this point right now. But saying that, and all these fans, the emotion level is so high. Like, obviously the Oilers can grab something from that tonight, and hopefully for them to funnel it in the right direction. I mean, you've been in locker rooms. How many times are they going to say, weather the first 10 minutes, weather the storm, let's come out of this 0-0? But after that point, you mentioned Edmonton's kind of got the game going in their direction. What do you see from Florida, and how are they going to try to wrestle that back tonight?
Yeah, so Edmonton's got the game going in their direction, but not all the time, right? They're playing a good team. So there are moments where Florida gets the forecheck game going. They play in the offensive zone, they cycle. And I think the same way, remember at the end of game 3, when in the third period, Edmonton changed their lines, they scored a couple goals. They didn't win the game, but they got it. They feel like they had something to build off of. I think Florida would say the same thing about game 3. Now, so much of that is score effects. Edmonton winning by a couple. They're going to sit back. You're going to attack. You're going to have the puck all the time. We're going to defend. But I think Florida would feel like, okay, look at that third period of game 5. We outshot them, I don't know what it was, 14-2, time of possession, scoring chances. That's how we have to play sort of relentlessly in the offensive zone. And there's been stretches in this series where Florida has done that. And Edmonton sometimes deals with it well. Sometimes they've had breakdowns because that's the nature of the game. Where Florida keeps trying to get to, what they'll be talking about is beyond getting through those first 10 minutes, which of course will be paramount, is like, let's get to our forecheck game. Let's make them play in their own end. Because guess what? As great as McDavid is, he can't score from his own end, I don't think. So, make him defend, make him chase us around, make him battle along the boards, because he's not faster than us when we're standing still along the board. So, that's the push-pull. We've known this, right? It's like a rush stretch game for Edmonton. It's a cycle forecheck game for Florida. It's the power play special team game of Edmonton. It's the 5-on-5 game of Florida. And whoever gets to their game the most has the better chance of winning if the goalies are equal. And that may be the biggest wild card about today's game. Bob was Coronation Street to the Conn Smythe for the first 3 games. Last 2 games, he's been, not good. So, some of the goals in game 4-5 were not his fault, but the McDavid goal, quite frankly, can't go in no matter what. Like, that can't go in. And the Connor Brown goal would have been stopped in games 1, 2, and 3. Not that it's a bad goal, but he was saving that. Think of the breakaways in game 1. He stopped them all. Game 3, Connor Brown gets one past him. So, and meanwhile, Stu Skinner builds off the 8-1 game where I thought he played really well, keeping it at just 1, even though he didn't have to. And he played well enough to get him another victory. So I don't think Bobrovsky is rattled. I don't think Florida would not have great faith in him playing well. But last 2 games, Skinner's been better than Bobrovsky. If he is again tonight, very likely going back to Miami.
And Mike, you talk about, and that was really astute, just whoever gets most of their game, like whoever gets the 5-on-5 time or whoever gets, and that kind of, but I also wanted to get your thoughts on just the depth, because we headed into the conference finals. Oh, Dallas, that depth. Oh, and the Oilers have absolutely none. Again, seems like such a long time ago. You got this third line here of Henrique, Brown, and Janmark. I mean, Brown and Janmark, we can do an entire show on them, what they've been doing on the PK and now putting out some points. But I'll direct you to this yesterday, and Chris Knobloch quoting, we have possibilities when it comes to Evander Kane's status tonight. He was skating yesterday, albeit wearing the jerseys of the third and fourth line. But in terms of Evander Kane and the Evander Kane question, I mean, he's not going to go up there and peppered in up top and expected to do this thing and drag the Oilers to victory. But how would you go about inserting him, massaging him back to the lineup, and also kind of not disturbing what you've accomplished here with that depth?
It's a tricky one. Because, if he's better, is he actually better, or just better to get through a game? Is he Leon Draisaitl better? Not that good at all, but still physically capable of getting through a game. You're not going to put him in the top 3 lines. You know that, right? So he's only going to play on the 4th line. So your option would be McLeod in the middle, Kane on the left, and then probably Corey Perry on the right, and you take Derek Ryan out. Derek Ryan right now is the only right-handed centerman they have, which, may matter in these moments. Derek Ryan's a big part of a penalty kill that has been very successful. And so do you want to do that? You can put Kane in there, and if he doesn't play or if he looks like he's a little bit labored, the 4th line is only going to get 8 minutes if the game ends in regulation. So you can mix that in for the other guys. That's not the problem. It's more the continuity of a team that's playing well. Do you want to disrupt that? Now, Knobloch has not been shy at all of making big changes in his roster at times in this playoffs, and they generally worked out really well for him. So I'll trust his gut. My initial gut would probably be to hold off on doing that. One, because I don't want to disrupt the actual lineup, but two, like, how much better can Evander Kane be? He had what, 8 days off between the conference final and the final, and it didn't help enough.
Couldn't sit down on the bench.
Having 5 days off now where he clearly made it worse or wasn't getting better, is that going to be enough? Probably not. And I get why he wants it. And I get he probably could get through a game because he's gutsy. Like, he's tough. He will himself to do it. But, if he's got to stop and start and catch Matthew Tkachuk in his own end, can he? Or can Derek Ryan? That's the question you need to ask yourself. It's the fourth line. He's not going to be put in spots to score goals. So the fact that he shoots the puck better than those guys, probably not as helpful. I probably wait. And then who knows, 3 more days, maybe, but we'll cross that bridge if we happen to get to it.
Mike, if the one question that's been floated around, and it's been talked about the Conn Smythe Trophy, and
there's no question. There's no question. This is not a conversation worth having. Not even. And I said this before.
Connor Brown, right? You're giving it to Connor Brown, yeah.
And I said, Connor Brown. I said, if McDavid even gets this to Game 6 and gets any kind of points, it's his to win. Because to do so, you'll have to beat Bob. To do so, you'll have to score goals against, presumably, Barkov, because he can match up against him at home. He has literally twice as many points as Sasha Barkov. Twice! He's got 42 points. He's setting historical records. He's almost got a final record if he has a good one tonight. I can't even believe I'm saying this. He's within touching distance of Gretz, 47, which is insane. So, and this is a playoff award, not just a final award, right?
Yeah.
And I know it's 03 Jaguar was the last non-cup winning player to win the Conn Smythe. To me, it's not even close. And what's funny is we showed the odds, if you care about these things, and it was Bob was like minus 150, a favorite. Barkov was like plus 200, and Connor was like plus 600 going into Game 5. By the end of Game 5, Connor was like minus 150, and Bob was like plus 250, and Barkov was plus 600. He flipped the entire script as he should. Like, I know it's hyperbolic to celebrate what he's done the last 2 games, the 8 points, but it's not just that. Because even when he wasn't scoring a ton in the first few, still had 3 points in 3 games, and his line when he was out there was dominant, and he still set the all-time NHL assist record, and he still was dominant in the first 3 rounds. Like, I don't think if Sergei Bobrovsky gets a shutout tonight, I still think it's Connor McDavid. Like, I think he has done enough to warrant winning this no matter what happens, however long the series goes. That's how great he's been, and that's how much he's separated himself from anyone on Florida, given his individual greatness of this playoff run. Gager, like, not to cut you off, but it is not even, like, to me, I don't get a vote, but if I did, I'm like, not even a conversation unless you have some sort of principled belief. I can only give it to a winning player, which is stupid. But if you do, then I guess then that's what you believe. But if you don't believe that, then it has to go to McDavid.
And it's just funny. I mean, McDavid does suck oxygen out of the room, and rightfully so. But you got an Evan Bouchard as well, just casually passing Paul Coffey on the assist. Like it's
that guy.
Yeah, exactly, right. So we're gonna try to give them all their due today. But Mike, really appreciate your time again, man. This is busy season for you, so we'll let you go. Enjoy your day. Have a good one, and good luck. And hopefully, as you mentioned, the post game show tonight, the condensed shorter one instead of the longer one as we head back to Florida. So thanks for your time, Mike, and enjoy tonight.
All right, boys. Enjoy tonight's game. It'll be like legitimately fun if you're in the building, whatever. It's gonna be a pretty great experience. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see if we talk to you next week with who knows how this goes. This could be 1942. Like, this could be, my word. I love the best players being great. If McDavid can get his team to Game 7 and win it, that is all-timer stuff.
Well, I can't wait to be sitting at your cottage one day as old men, Mike, and discussing this playoff run we were at when the possibility of the Oilers coming back, as 2 old guys.
Listen, that could happen next week. We're both old and I'll be at the cottage, so come on out.
TSN's Mike Johnson. Appreciate your time, Mike. There you have it. Brought to you by Pro-Am Sports. Gear up for game day with Oilers Adidas jerseys. You can get down there now and get the Stanley Cup sewn right onto the chest.
Nice.
You can visit them today, 128th Avenue, St. Albert Trail, or online, proamsports.ca.
I love how he just cut me off and goes, not a question. He knew what I was asking right away.
And good for you to kind of, I mean, look, it has been a conversation point as well, and you... But we are so, and that's the thing with McDavid, is he brings you to these places where we haven't been before historically.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're like, this is strange. But yeah, right now it's all signs and all directions pointing to him. And I think even, again, 3-0, you've dragged about 4 points, like the point accumulation, just everything. And seems to be playing pretty, at this stage of the tournament, pretty healthy. Everybody's got a nick or a niggle. I mean, Draisaitl looks a little more worse for wear, but
you're getting those journeymen, those performances from the unusual suspects.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you were to tell me Connor Brown was going to have this type of playoffs, a guy that wasn't even in the lineup to start, like that's what you need. I look to the first Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup where I think actually Sidney Crosby was injured in that last game. Like he wasn't out there. And Maxime Talbot came in and looked like Sidney Crosby. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what you need. And I think for the most part, up to this point, and I mean, there's still, there's 120 minutes of potential hockey left to play. There's going to have to be who's going to step up. Who's going to have one of those performances that isn't part of their regular everyday kind of play.
And that's it's a foundation in building from and that third line now too. You're providing that insulation and letting McDavid and then the opposition is worrying about all the other stuff and all the other noise. Oh, and we'll just send McDavid over the boards and get you on a tired line or something like that. Because you can't do it. Even though as brilliant as he is, you can't do it all alone. We've seen this. We've seen before when the roster has been a slight. Not what it looks like today, right? Yeah. We've seen in previous years where it's been a little more thin, perhaps you could argue. It's tough. You can't, as MJ pointed out, basketball is the sport where you can inject one guy and change the kind of the dynamic.
This is the sport itself. But we've all watched the 30 for 30s of the huge sporting events by certain individuals when the cream rises to the top.
Stakes are high,
and I look no further than the Deutschland Dangler. Because if memory serves me correctly, he had one of the best playoff performances on one leg.
Two legs.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's capable of having a massive performance being injured. So I think in one of these games, I would look to Leon Draisaitl to be the best player on the ice. He's just... the grumpy German.
Well, a heck of a show too. And waiting in the reads, we're talking about line 3. We're talking about McDavid,
and it's allowed Leon to maybe not have a great game, which is it's great.
You got wealth all over the place, right? Yeah. And you're kind of a few texts to get to. Good time, Charlie. Mike Johnson comparing McDavid to Jordan, and the Coronation Street drop, which I really love.
I know. I wanted to get on it. But that was.
And it is hectic on the street right now. Let me tell you this: like it is all going on. What a pro! The guy definitely knows who he's talking to on the other side of the conversation. Go Oil. I don't even know if he knows my love of Coronation Street. I don't know if that was. I think that was just pure coincidence, but love it nonetheless.
Very intelligent guy.
Oh, yes. Mystic Mike. I wanted to kind of get to a play or a lean for tonight, as he does like to kind of get into the betting realm as well. But one more here. Put a pin on the map for Barcelona. Comes in from Murder Dave in the Paris Jewelers inbox. EST is at the Spanish Grand Prix. And he sent in a picture of him with the hat. He's right there on the Murder Dave in the... I'll send you the picture.
Yeah.
Free practice today. We'll have to catch the show later, Murder Dave. Hey, we're fine with that, man. You listen back. Enjoy yourself. But keep us updated here. As Gager's in today too, he'd love to hear some reports from on the ground. Maybe you can do a Brundle impersonation on the grid. Rip City Step says ruthless German efficiency, and that's maybe do it for the look. I know Davies and him are quite tight, good friends. Davies dropping one last night. I'm sure he'll be watching somewhere from a hotel room stateside. So do it for Davies, do it for Germany, do it for Edmonton, and do it for the Oilers here. Draisaitl tonight. We have a qualifier we'll call. I'll give a keyword right now, and then Trev will call somebody. If you qualified yesterday for the $100,000 swing to win, be by your phone right now. There was a handful of you that we qualified yesterday. and we will be calling you right now, one of you. And you'll be the next contestant in for a swing for $100,000 going down July 3rd at the Ranch Golf and Country Club, brought to you by Golf Town as well and our friends out at the Ranch. Murray, you'll have a swing from 180 yards on the 17th hole, and if you get it in, you win 100,000 buckaroos. Should a contestant hold it out, the contest will immediately end. All remaining contestants won't be able to take a swing. So, I will say a word right now. You can text this word in. We will pick a lucky qualifier for the word, and we'll call somebody on Monday. But if you texted in a word yesterday, be by your phone, and you might get picked today as we'll call somebody. So today's word, June 21. Once again, happy summer to everybody. And Maddie, he knows what he's doing here. It's a two-word word, the players. Text in the player. Why not just players, Maddie? The players. The players. Text in the players to 780-218-9999. Once again, text in the players. 780-218-9999, and you could get in the mix, and we could be giving you a call Monday morning, and you could be our next contestant in the $100,000 hole-in-one swing to win with Edmonton Sports Talk, brought to you by the Ranch Golf and Country Club and our good friends out at Golf Town. And Trev will be getting somebody on the line for that. We will sashay very quickly into, and I just want to make mention, Coolbet, our good friends at Coolbet. I got to go on the lock shop yesterday with old Andrew Hustler Patterson from
great job, by
Winnipeg
the way.
Sports Talk. That was a lot of. I love those Winnipeg boys. They crack me up. I really like them. And whenever Huss has come out to visit, I haven't been around to kind of hang out with him, but
I can't wait to meet Huss.
he just seems like a real animal.
It's
and Remo too. Mike Remus holding it down there at WST. But head over to our friends at Coolbet.com. They are a betting partner. Panthers tonight -101, Oilers -116, 5.5 for your over/under. You like this thing tight? A bit of a goal. Does it open up either way tonight? Do you see? It's tough to gauge these things right now, right? Like at this stage.
I would look to if we're looking for over/under. I think I'd set this game at 5.5. I think
that's where it's at.
Is it?
That's you soothsayer.
Wow.
So you taking the over? You taking the under?
I'm
105 -105 for the over, -116 for the under.
I'm taking the over on this one. I just think 4-3, 5-3, same kind of score.
But a back and forth, tight, maybe an empty netter or something.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
I hate to say it, but I think whoever scores first wins this hockey game.
We're at that stage now. That's
the teams are so good at locking it down. And
well, you get up if you're leading 3-2 and you get up, lock it down for the cup. If you're the Oilers and you're up, you have to lock it down. I mean, this is goes without saying. All the marbles are on the line pretty much in these next 2 games here. But head over to Coolbet.com. Lay a sprinkle, place a bet, do whatever you got to do for tonight's game. Make it interesting for yourself and everybody watching, and especially your bank account. But we say thank you to our good friends at Coolbet.com. Check them out today. Coolbet is the place to go. Once again, text in the players to 780-218-9999, and we'll qualify somebody today. But YouTube Trev has got wrangled somebody on the line. Our next contestant number...
This would be contestant number 20.
20.
Ooh,
so
nice.
5 away. We'll be going through next week. Will be the last week of qualifying. So, and who do we got on the line there, Trev?
We've got Anthony.
Anthony, my man, how you doing today? Congratulations, you are the next contestant in for the $100,000 swing to win at the Ranch Golf and Country Club, presented by Golf Town. How you doing?
Good, man. Doing good.
Ready for the game? Take us through your day today, leading up to the game, and then we'll get to the swing.
Well, I'm currently going to drop off my truck on my last day of work, and then I got a week break until I start my new job, and let's go oil in 7th, baby.
Oh,
you are just feeling it today. You're quitting last week off, but it's on a Friday. It's not like it's a midweek Wednesday or something like that. You are feeling good. That's a good plan today. What are you heading down to the Ice District Moss Pit, or you got some tickets, friend's place? What are you doing?
Heading over to my sister's for her birthday barbecue tonight. So it'll be fantastic.
Frozen burgers on the grill. I don't doubt. Hey.
Oh, yeah, the smoker's going to be fired up. I don't know what's on the menu, but we're going to crush it, boy.
I think you can send in your address, and Gage will be popping by as well, or the address to your sister's place. But how you feeling?
Sounds good. Yeah, we need somebody. We need a seasoned dog slinger, so,
he can do it. Are you familiar with... Sorry?
Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with the course. Yeah, and the hole, yeah.
Hole 17 at the ranch. What are you swinging?
He's thinking about it. Probably a Bryson DeChambeau custom-made 6 iron?
Is that what it is?
I just lost you guys for a sec. That's all.
Oh, no. Hole 17, what are you swinging from 180 yards out to get this one?
Depends on the air, but it's going to be an 8 iron or a 7 iron.
All right, man. You are number 20 in line. Once again, if somebody sinks it before you, it's over. But I like where you're sitting, man, and I love the attitude. And you are coming in today flying with these good vibes and good auras. So good luck. Good luck on the new job, man. Enjoy the barbecue, the birthday, the game, and all that. And we'll see you at the ranch July 3rd.
Sounds good, you beauties.
This guy, hey,
Wow.
get him a hat.
Timing is everything.
Oh my goodness!
My God, the
Last
stars
day today.
Stars aligned. Birthday party. Frozen burgers. The Traeger is heating up as we speak.
Smoking the frozen burgers.
Oh, come on!
A little bit of wood chip in there. I do like the fact maybe he quit his job, just knowing that today that would be a play. Hey,
But then
wasn't
just
going to, but
to recover, like
The week?
The week. So if the possibilities of Monday night, still being able to not worry about the new job, take the.
Can't tell me this ain't planned. This is too much aligning, right?
Yeah, that is good. That is very well job.
Let us know what you're doing today for game day as well. Do you got to go into work? Are they dragging you into school? Just leave, quit, do whatever you got to do. I mean, but let us know. 780-218-9999 is the Paris Drew-Luz inbox or in the nasty chat. We'll get to a sports update right now. On the way, we'll have a little, that's good, that hurts, and the fan zone as well for Fans First coming up in hour number 2. Stanley Cup Final is continuing tonight. Game 6 here in Edmonton as the Oilers look to continue their comeback against the Panthers, down 3-2 in the series. Join Tom Gazzola, Matt Cassian, and YouTube Trev for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows. Coverage will start at 4:30 here on Edmonton Sports Talk, the iHeart and TuneIn radio apps, and as well on YouTube. Week 3 in the CFL last night saw the Alouettes remain undefeated with a 47-21 win over the Red Blacks. Tonight it's the Bombers hosting the Lions while the Elks visit the Argonauts tomorrow. Maddie and Milne will have your Green and Gold kickoff show live from the Central Casino Sports Bar and Lounge. Coverage starts at 4 tomorrow here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Edmonton Stingers, meanwhile, they improved to 7-2 last night with a 92-91 home court win over Ottawa. Stingers back on the court Sunday afternoon at 4 when they host Calgary. Over to baseball, where the Riverhawks avoiding the sweep down in Kelowna. They defeat the Falcons 7-6. Hawks will stay on the road. They'll start a 3-game set tonight in Kamloops. Prospects taking one on the chin, 17-6 down in Lethbridge to the Bulls. That series will continue later tonight. Jays, they're also back in action tonight in Cleveland to open a 3-game set with the Guardians. And on the pitch, Copa America action last night, Canada dropping its opening match to Argentina 2-0. Canada will continue group stage play and face Peru on Tuesday. At the 2024 UEFA Euro, Slovakia and Ukraine is underway. We can tell you that Slovakia currently 1-0 up in the 33rd minute. Later to come this morning, it's Poland and Austria at 10. Match of the day will be France and Netherlands this afternoon at 1. Sports update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda, including dealer principal Mitch Lewicki. He's closed down the dealership so everybody can enjoy game day. Just jokes. Go see him today. Park Mazda, your dealer for life.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a figure skater. He wears like a white outfit and he does interpretive ice dances to my life's journey.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Changing 300.
Up north where the rivers run and the winter winds blow strong, our boys are lacing up their skates. They've been waiting all year long. From the farm fields to the oil rigs, every heart beats proud and true. In blue and orange, fighting spirit, when we'll show what we can do. In a Florida arena, the ice melts from the heat, but these Oilers got that fire, you can feel it in the beat. From the knee-high snow to the frozen lakes, we were born to thrive in this southern battleground. We're gonna keep the dream alive. Drag 'em back to Alberta where the fire meets the ice. In the land of the northern lights, we're ready for the fight. Drag 'em back to Alberta where our hearts and hopes are true. We'll storm that Panther Den just to bring that victory home to you. that echoes from the stands back to our town. Skates cut like lightning bolts and we backing down. From the blue line to the goalpost, we're a force they'll come to fear. We'll play until our last breath with a promise and a cheer. So raise a toast in the taverns to the night spent on the ice, to the lessons learned in backyard rinks, paying off that sacrifice. For the pride of Edmonton, let's sing this fighting song. With the Oilers badge upon our chests, together we're so strong. Drag 'em back to Alberta where the fire meets the ice. In the land of the Northern Lights, we're ready for the fight. Drag 'em back to Alberta where our hearts and hopes are true. We'll storm that Panther Den just to bring that victory home to you. Drag 'em back to Alberta where the fire meets the ice. In the land of the Northern Lights, we're ready for the fight. Drag 'em back to Alberta where our hearts and hopes are true. We'll storm that Panther Den just to bring that victory home to you.
Ooh, baby. Wow. And a little wave. The turnaround on this thing, I mean, when was the quote uttered? A couple of games ago, right? And we want to thank nasty listener Justin who sent this in to Dusty. Dusty was sending it to me yesterday, but hell of a job. That's dragging back to Alberta as we did change 300 during the sports update. So we led into it. Promises made, promises delivered here on the Nielson Show. Lieutenant Eric, Joaquin Gage, and YouTube Trev. But let us know what you think of that one. A real toe tapper. A lot of twang to it, which I don't mind. And, we had visions of Ice District and those gentlemen with the hats and the boots doing you could play that down there. And I don't think, no offense to the beaches, but play that on a loop down at Ice District. People will be loving it.
That's a nice little tune to play at the end of the game after La Bamba. Just...
As you're kind of, the concourse. That'd be good.
That's good. I am surprised how many people actually have recording studios in their homes. I mean, Atif and everyone else here, it's amazing.
And great quality as well. I mean, from all of them.
Atif is great. Yeah.
Everybody can do a podcast these days, right? Everybody's got recording equipment. It's just everybody's a star. But thank you to Justin for that one.
That is great.
Real
job,
good. Of course, Dallas from Nelson supplying most of these songs during this run, but a lot of you nasties as well. Yeah, as you say, getting into the lab and creating your own. Of course, Jaunty from Victoria, who I do believe is in town for tonight. But yeah, we thank you, everyone, for supplying this and that and the other and joining this thing and making Edmonton Sports Talk. That's the best. It's listener powered here too.
Yeah.
It's not a corporate umbrella type of thing, but you want to share something that you've created, send it to us. We'll see if it passes through the filters and we'll get you going here. But the Nielsen Show once again presented by South Fort Chevrolet. For a super casual, family-friendly experience, visit South Fort Chevrolet, 10109 89th Avenue, Fort Saskatchewan, or check them out online, www.southfortchev.com. And we thank them for hopping aboard here as well and hopping on the sponsorship and being a part of everything here. We'll get into That's Good right now for the Italian Center shop. I did drop by there yesterday, picked up their... I know we're doing the pizzas this week, and I mean, those are great as they are. We got one in the fridge here. I think Zach's probably going to be taking it home or eating it raw and cold later today, which you probably can. But stop in there after my stop to Wayne's. They got these little nice, and Trev, as a single man about town and always looking for like a good, affordable, hearty meal, you want to get your protein and everything, these nice take and bake pastas. About yay big. Wife and I chewed one down last night. It was pretty good. I was still left a little hungry, but I think for you got your pennies, lasagnas, nice bolognese, the white cream sauce, meatballs. But it's right there with the sandwiches when you walk in, the paninos. But those take and bake pastas, that's good. So if you're looking for a little meal idea tonight, some pennes or some lasagnas as well. And don't sleep on the pizzas. That's kind of what we were featuring this week as well. But it's a problem with, Italian Center, Corey the Butcher. They give you the stuff. You're like, oh, this is great. And then a day it's like gone because you can't.
I know.
You can't sit on this stuff for too long, right?
I know. I like the old... the development of the charcuterie board, some olives, the cheese, the finely cut meats. That's
that little spoon knife thing that you don't really know what it is, right? For the So check out Italian Center today. Maybe that's what you're doing if you're hosting a party tonight. I mean, they will get everything going for you there. The Italian Center shop. Check them out today. West End as well. That's the location we like in that.
I have to ask Corey
mini mall.
if he puts together a charcuterie board. If he does that,
He probably would. I bet you he would do something by request or something if he doesn't already.
I might have to ask for that. Get in there. It's fun. Hey, how great is that?
Corey.
It's great, and he comes roaring out from the back, and like everyone's smiling. It's a great little atmosphere down there.
Homemade barbecue sauce. I picked up a little bottle of that. It was delicious.
And if you're getting a good cut of meat for throwing on the smoker that evening, he does have some seasonings, so you don't have to go anywhere else to look. Fantastic place. I love just hanging out there.
You also love going to the Italian Center shop and perusing some of the more weird candies and stuff that they have. We talk about the sandwiches and the pizza and the pasta, but a lot of other weird and wild things that you can't find in most stores in America. So it's
just the pasta selection is great. The coffee selection, the different types. Like usually I'm a little bit of a snob, and I go with the Lavazza, the Italian beans.
You want good stuff.
And they have multiple different types there. Like usually you just have the regular or the crema, but there they have the other ones that are available. It's a couple extra bucks, but trust me, you will never go wrong.
Treat yourself, eh?
With a fresh grind.
Yeah. Sometimes you can see Gage sitting alone in the cafe at the Italian Center, sipping on a nice espresso and just watching the people walk by. And
just letting
the
life
atmosphere.
pass me by.
Exactly. I think that's good, and we can probably all agree it's the Dragon Back tune that we just entered the segment in. I mean, that, Trev, country fan, it really doesn't matter, does it? Like, this one's got you going.
I was just going to say, I'm not the biggest country fan, but I could get behind that for sure. Like I like that a lot. And just looking at the inbox, instant classic. What a beauty song. Love it. Who sings this? Yeah, like a lot of people are loving it. So yeah, no, that was good. I want that out there. Like if that gets out there, that along with like all the songs from Dallas and John T. Like if those songs get out there, like they could trend. Like they really could. They're that good. And so yeah, this is just added to the list of beauty songs from our beauty listeners.
I can't wait till one of them does pop and they all of a sudden they move to Nashville, and this is the reason why.
Or you tune into Game 7 and it's that song for the opening montage.
Oh my God.
Hey, who's to say he turned this one around pretty quick? Why not? I mean, a quick email over to Kevin Bieksa. Hey, shove this into the player. Hey,
yeah.
Take that, eat that. Yeah. So is spicy sausage penne. Yeah, the spicy sausage penne. They sell just a tray of meatballs. I mean, hell, buy the meatballs and just eat them as you are. It's fine. Usually sold out when I get there. Yeah, and they're usually pretty good at repopulating the shelves, Spency 5 centsy. But I mean, it goes without saying. Check out the Italian Center if you want a little more, not high end, but if you really want to do things right tonight, if you're hosting, charcuterie board or otherwise. Again, take it from me. I served those panino sandwiches at my wedding for the midnight kind of snack. Cut up real. I mean, went over a hit. It was the hit of the wedding.
Yeah. No.
Nobody else cared about anything.
Those were great. When we had them in here, that was fantastic.
What time is it? 7:46.
Oh my God.
Actually, okay, well, just wait. We got a very special surprise coming up here, into which I'm going to have to kind of we'll do something here. I'm going to play a song here right now. I know what we'll do. Bear with us here.
Nugent Hopkins racing away with the puck. Ryan Nugent Hopkins shoots, scores!
He narrowed his eyes and said, I'm taking this, and it's going in the net.
These eyes
It's fun to watch him.
cry every night
I saw it in his eyes.
for you. These arms
He's been a horse for us.
they long to hold you again.
He narrowed his eyes.
The curtains on me, yeah.
I saw it in his eyes.
I will never be free from my Nugent Hopkins on the doorstep. You gave a promise to me, yeah.
It's fun to watch him.
You broke it.
His eyes narrow and him dig his heels in and basically say, I'm going to change this game now.
These eyes
Watched you bring my world.
All right. We are really going today. 7:48 here. It is the Nielson Show once again. EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Lieutenant Eric Joaquin Gage in for Dustin Nielsen, who has the call tonight out in Winnipeg. Bombers and Lions. YouTube Trev behind the monitors. A very special surprise here as we look. You mentioned Gager. This is, I mean, it's the last home game, regardless of what happens. This is the last home game. You know how we do for home games here in the district, here in oil country. Little Tales of the North. We're joined here live from Winnipeg, Manitoba. The man, the myth, the man with the call tonight, Dustin Nielsen.
A good day to you, fine sir.
Yes.
How are we doing?
Just fine, thank you.
What's up, boys?
Yeah. Well, look, we're all populated today. You got the samurai sword there. Trev's got the dagger.
Excellent. Yeah.
Looking good.
I came through security like this yesterday. It was good. People were like, "Hey, Tales of the North guy." I was like, "Yes, thank you."
Here's my Nexus card.
Exciting, yeah.
Is that what it says on the passport? Dual passports?
Yeah, pretty much. This is my Nexus. This is what I look like on Nexus. So it's great. So we could not do Tales of the North today, man. Like,
well, you couldn't miss it either. I mean, you couldn't be on the road and missing it.
Yeah, but I would feel awful if they lose at home tonight because we all weren't together for Tales of the North. It wouldn't make sense.
You've missed a lot on the show this morning. Atif has sent in a great mumble rap getting us set for Game 6. And MJ comparing Michael Jordan to Connor McDavid as well during his hit, which I found rather illuminating.
I hope it wasn't the man. Don't even get me started. I'm saving it for the summer. But you see that Alt Defensive Player of the Year stuff? My God, what a farce! Cooking the books. Paying the stats guy. Like, that's so sad. It's pathetic. The real comparison here is LeBron James in 2016, but that's okay. Don't worry about it.
You should have the Tales of the North on the menu, I do believe, if you cycle through there. I think we played it because you and I have done this in the past, and so it should be on one of the menus. You got it? Okay, perfect. So, Dusty, I don't even have to ask if you're ready because we know this. I'm all over the place. I lost one of my medallions, so I'm just kind of swinging loose chain here. Trev's got the dagger. You got the sword. I mean, we are all systems go, and I guess without any further ado, Dusty,
let's do it. Presented by Lord Christopher Boyle.
Oh, comedies! Who's laughing now, you little joke prick?
Tonight in the North, the final stand is what we are about to witness in the District of Ice. As the mighty McDavid once again puts his fellow warriors on his back. Come with me, he claims, as he drags thy enemy back to Alberta, our homeland that must be defended tonight. The orange and blue must continue to bombard the beleaguered Bobrovsky with biscuit after biscuit until he concedes defeat. Chants of "Who's tapping now?" will echo through rock rafters. In the end, it will once again be Connor the Conqueror, who continues his pursuit of Lord Stanley's silver chalice and the ghost of Gretzky's greatness as he gleans the glory to force the final fight for shizzle. These are the tales of the North, and may they be heard far and wide across this great land. Victory is ours! Woo! I'm fired up. I'm fired up. I'm going to get a noise complaint for sure, but I'm fired up.
Doesn't matter. Game 6, tell him. As you mentioned, Dusty, Tale of the North presented by Lord Christopher Boyle, a wise advisor near 2 decades. Take care of your family with Christopher Boyle. An experienced advisor with over 17 years of experience, www.christopherboyle.net. Dusty, anything else you'd like to add to the show? You want to come in for text of the day or anything to say to the viewers?
I think they're going to win tonight. I think we're going to get a Game 7. I think on Monday we're going to be setting up a Game 7. It's going to be very exciting. I'm also going to try to wear this outfit tonight, Bombers Lions, and we'll see what Suits thinks. I don't think it's going to go over very well, but he is a close personal friend, so we'll see. By the way, I was out with Huss last night.
Yeah, it looks like a fun time.
And man, Huss is just like, so we go to the ball game. We're there for about 6 innings, and he knows everybody. Like, everybody came up to talk to him. It was absolutely amazing. It was great. Then we went and caught the second half of the
of the soccer match last night. We went and watched that. It was that was a pretty good time. But he's just hilarious. He is Mr. Winnipeg. It's unreal. It's the best. It's funny.
Ballpark dog yesterday, Dusty?
No. Waited until we got to the Elephant and Castle to watch a soccer game so I could have my classic chicken tendies and fries that they have here at the Elephant and Castle. And I have to say, it was really good. It was really nice.
Salisbury House for lunch today, or what?
I'll probably go down to Elephant and Castle, get some chicken tendies and fries. But it should end up being pretty good. It's going to be tough, man. I love my job, obviously, with CFL and TSN. But like to be calling something the same time as the Oilers game tonight, it's just like it's a real kick in the balls. So it'll be fun. I'll be trying to keep tabs. Maybe I'll try to call both. Like I'll have the hockey game up on my phone, and I'll be like, "My God, here's McDavid! Oh, look out, it's Dembski!" It'll be wild. So
you'll be our commercial break refresher, though, which I'm looking forward to. I mean, we'll have you on the old preview.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That should be a lot of fun, boys. So anyway, you guys have a good show. Just wanted to pop in and say hello. So
love it.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck tonight. Enjoy the game.
Thanks,
Dusty. That's great. Wow. What a
that's a professional. Right
well,
there.
and packing the garb, like on the road, taking the show on the road, literally and figuratively there. But man, the hair and the that wig
on the road, Tales of the North. I think I smell another Esty. It's just reeks.
That has to be an Esty.
Of another award. I mean,
and as well. A lot of people don't know these swords. They were all used as security systems in our old boys' party house. Like this was all we had. We had these samurai swords. But you had the sword going there. Trev had the dagger on the camera. I mean, this was a full unit here.
Yeah,
we had all hands on deck for this one.
I can't believe I was actually in studio for it. Like these are the ones that I hear all the time, like walking the dog, and I want to go, oh my God, guys, that was great. But to be actually part of it in here, that's special. I've been a part of a few now, which is great.
And this text says, can't believe it's the last one. I mean, that we are here. Like that's
it.
For another month, we won't have a Tales of the North. Until preseason begins in a couple weeks' time. Mob Dog, last Tales of the North, even impromptu. This was none of this was scripted. None of this was planned.
No, this is for the fans. This is what they want, Like I'm sure there's people out there where they're going, "Oh my gosh, Dusty's doing a CFL game. What's going to happen? Last home game, Tales of the North. We can't miss it." Professional.
Yep, he's bringing it through. So do what you got to do today. And I think on that note as well, as somebody said, let's get to 400 likes for that performance as well. No, screw 400. I mean, get to 500. I mean, sky's the limit. But you mentioned it, Gager, on the road, doing his duties, but still coming through for you nasties out there. So get your thoughts in on that. Nasty chat or Paris Jewelers inbox 780-289-9999.
I wasn't sure, so I did wear my my Skyrim shirt. I know it's not game, but it's as close as I can get to,
it's
the Dovahkiin.
It's intimidating. Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's like you could put that on a big shield as a coat of arms or something. We will quickly, and once again, that's for Christopher Boyle, Lord Christopher Boyle. Lots of experience there for a financial advisor. www.christopherboyle.net. Preserve your income and protect your paycheck by visiting him today. Tales of the North, always presented by Lord Christopher Boyle, so we thank him for that. Let's get into that. Hertz, brought to you by SB-LLP. Injury lawyers, if you're in trouble, if you need help, they will take care of you. You don't need to be too open. Everybody suffers personal injuries, as we know. Accidents happen every single day. But you're too overwhelmed to seek the legal advice. Leave it in their hands. They can look after it for you. www.sb-llp.com. Click on personal injury or call 780-438-5281. No need to feel shame. Let SB-LLP handle the claim. Anything that's hurting you, boys, it's tough to ask that on today of all days. But in terms of, I don't know. I guess it hurts to be Bill Zito this morning. I don't know where he's waking up with his red face and veins bulging out of his forehead. But I really hope we have Zito Cam continuing tonight at the game. Wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't mind a side by side of Mr. Holland and Zito.
Oh, like a split screen. I don't mind that at all.
Split screen and looking to see that if any Evian water bottles are damaged throughout this. Good thing those things are plastic.
Should be a broadcast option where you can view the game from that.
It's funny because he was like the way where he was. It looked like more of a box. He's in a box. He's not. Not in the press box.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm speaking out of school here, but when the original design of Rogers Place, there's the Sky Suite way up above. If you're there, you can look across. It's across from the press box, right? And I think Kate's had that special room designed for for his staff to be able to watch the game. And I heard that certain GMs liked it, but Ken Holland didn't. He's a man of the people, right? He wanted to be in there, in the trenches in the press box, talking, wheeling and dealing. Like this guy, he's always got his cell phone on, and so just the difference in both. One guy in a box, a little bit more luxury. Ken Holland, a man of the people. Let's. I don't know what happens in a cage fight here. It's just let's see that side by side. I'm full Team Holland here, and hopefully he can. I love the fact that when you can go out a winner. That last hoist, that Ray Lewis Super Bowl final, it's the finality of it all. That type of stuff, I think, is stuff of legends. Let's hopefully Ken Holland can hoist that thing one more time.
Amish Man 19 and the Nasty Chad Zito was just really mad they didn't have Dasani. He was just angry at this damn water. I've been drinking this brand all night, and it's still making me thirsty, not quenching my thirst. Wheels chimes in again. Oilers win. Dusty will crack a 6 o'clock or lager on the air during the football game. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Hey, I don't think anything is too out of question for today. But let us know how you're preparing. Let us know what you're doing. Are you quitting your job? Are you quitting school? Are you just taking a day off? Anthony, our qualifier for the $100,000 swing to win. Last day of his job, he's got next week off. I mean, as you mentioned, if and when it goes to 7, you got that whole week to kind of recuperate. So what are your plans for today? Let us know. Continuing to roll in epic tales in the north today, boys. Absolutely loved it. Let's go. That comes in from LFC Captain. I see you. I hear you, LFC Captain. It's great. Jason, only thing missing was Trevor taking a sip of coffee while knifing. Ha ha ha. I don't know whether did you take a sip of. Did he want you to take a sip of coffee?
Was I supposed to?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That day you're going. I mean, I love that.
Yeah, maybe I'll work on that for next time. But it was kind of cool. Anthony, who we just did qualify for the chance to swing for 100,000. He was driving and he sees, how fitting is this? He says he sees the sign of the Ranch Golf and Country Club.
Wow,
it's a sign.
That's a sign.
Talk
literally.
about alignments this morning, hey?
You can only drink. You need a flagon back there when you drink through tails.
Something cool. Yeah. Not to-go cup. Yeah, no, I agree. It would be fitting. Way more fitting.
A big
props
mug,
department for next season.
A big mug of mead,
And then we can all cheers at the same time or whatever. HR Daddy will be probably sending some sort of a slip for these props, the prop bill or whatever like that. 8 o'clock. We're going to get to the fan zone as well just after 8. We didn't have enough time in the second hour. It's where I'll go here today. There's a lot of stuff going on. We got a Sobeys Liquor Beer of the Week as well in hour number 3, an Orange and Blue Breakfast to get you set for tonight's action as well. And you know how we do, starting off things in the third hour, kind of easy trivia and 3 questions too many. And right now you can text in and get YouTube Trev's attention if you want to play kind of easy trivia this morning. On the line, a GC to Mr. Mike Steakhouse Casual. Gager's got the questions this morning as well. You need 3 out of 5. So if you want to play for that Mr. Mike's GC, 780-218-9999 is the number to text. Get in there, say, I want to play kind of easy trivia, and Trev will pick one of you lucky texters, and we'll bring you on the air after the 8 o'clock hour. Once again, trivia, 3 questions too many. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week, Orange and Blue Breakfast as well. I don't know. I'm probably missing something, but we'll continue on. We got that song as well. Take him back, drag him back to Alberta. Probably running that back as well sometime in the 3 o'clock hour. And if you are on YouTube, even if you aren't on YouTube, if you're streaming this morning, listening to us audio only, pop on over to the YouTube, smash that thumbs up button, hit the like, give us a like if you haven't already. You may have been watching all morning. And you're like, oh, yeah, I've probably done that. And you're like, oops, I haven't. So just make sure. Hit that like once again. Hit that thumbs up. 374. Let's get up to 500 today. And smash that sub if you haven't already. Sports update. And once again, text into Trev, 780-218-9999. You want to play trivia, and he'll pick one of you. And we'll get to you after the sports update. Stanley Cup Finals Game 6 tonight, Oilers and Panthers, with the Panthers leading the series 3-2. Tom Gazzola, Matt Cassie, and YouTube Trev. They'll get you set. They'll have your GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows tonight. Coverage starts 4:30 here on Edmonton Sports Talk, the iHeart and TuneIn radio apps, and as always, on YouTube. Week 3 in the CFL last night, the Alouettes 3-0 now with a 47-21 win over Ottawa. Tonight, the 0-2 Bombers host 1-1 BC, while the Elks visit the Argos tomorrow. Maddie and Milne will have your Green and Gold kickoff show live from the Centric Casino Sports Bar and Lounge. Coverage begins at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon here on Edmonton Sports Talk. On the hard court, the Stingers improved to 7-2 with a 92-91 home court win over Ottawa. The Stingers will remain at home and host Calgary Sunday afternoon at 4. On the diamond, the Riverhawks avoid the sweep down in Kelowna, defeating the Falcons 7-6. Hawks remain on the road. They'll visit Kamloops tonight to start a 3-game set. Prospects falling 17-6 down in Lethbridge to the Bulls. That series will continue later tonight. First pitch 7:05. Jays are in Cleveland to open a 3-game set with the Guardians tonight as well. And on the pitch, Canada dropping its opening match to Argentina 2-0 at the Copa America. Canada will take on Peru Tuesday. Well, at the 2024 UEFA Euro Tournament, group stage action continues this morning. Slovakia and Ukraine currently in action. Slovakia leading 1-0. They are in half. Later this morning at 10, it's Poland-Austria on the match of the day this afternoon at 1 between France and the Netherlands. Take your career to the next level with Claiborne Services. They're hiring all positions, including journeyman bricklayers and apprentices of all levels. Take advantage of their outstanding mentorship program and work with peace of mind, knowing they are an industry leader in safety. For more, visit www.claiborneservices.com or make it easy. Call Jeff, 780-910-6728.
Oh yeah! Pour it on! You wanna win it? Game on, yeah! Oh, baby! It's time to play with disdain. If you wanna lift the cup again, push and shove and rough up. You know Connor's gonna get the win. And yes, they lift the cup again. Got no doubt in my head. And yes, they lift the cup again. Oh man, playoffs are insane. Playoffs are insane.
Coyle.
Rock and Rogers place. Rock and Rogers place.
David moving in with speed. He shoots. He scores.
Hop on this train and hang on. You know they got it. Ain't no looking back. It's a tough road to the cup. Gotta win for in the best of sevens. And yes, they lift the cup again. Got no doubt in my head. And yes, they lift the cup again. Oh man, playoffs are insane. Playoffs are insane. Rock and Rogers place. Rock and Rogers place. Yeah. Playoffs are insane. Playoffs are insane. Rock and Rogers place. Oh, Rock and Rogers place.
Pour it on. Zach Hyman moving in. Risker shoots. Scores! Zach Hyman!
We'll crack a beer for this glorious time. You've been waiting. You've been waiting. The top line's just a flying, cause man, yeah, they want one. You know they want to. Can you feel it? Can you feel it tonight? Can't go high glove, cause Stewie Skins is a guy. It's the moment, yeah, they're rolling tonight. Get your hands up, right to the cup. And yes, they lift the cup again. Got no doubt in my head. And yes, they lift the cup again. Oh man, playoffs are insane. Playoffs are insane. Rock and Rogers place. Rock and Rogers place. Yeah. Playoffs are insane. Playoffs are insane. Rock and Rogers place. Oh, Rock and Rogers place.
Surely that's gotta be it.
Surely that's a good song.
Surely. A little cup cherry. I know the Nasties were calling for it this morning. We're trying to play all the hits for you today and trying to get you in the best mood possible for this Game 6 game day. 8:07 Nielson Show, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, the iHeart TuneIn radio apps, and on YouTube. Lieutenant Eric, Joaquin Gage. Appreciate your time on a race weekend as usual, but you love a Friday
Usually
show.
busy right now.
Yeah,
but,
well, we'll be watching a bit later on.
Oh, yeah.
Atif is already heading down to Rogers Place, as he announces in the Nasty Chat. He's going to get in one today. And Corey B as well, with the EST tattoo. He'll be walking around somewhere downtown or in the River Valley, he says, too.
Why
He's
not?
He's going to enjoy the city. And that's, too, if you're heading down, be responsible. But if you're getting some 6 o'clock or lagers down your neck or some birdie booze as well, have a walk. Nice day. You get to meet people. Everybody you see have a good mood. Shake their hand, give them a kiss, and be on your way, right?
Yeah, high fives.
Yeah.
Oilers apparel everywhere. That was the one thing that I was reading about. The merch sales have gone through the roof, right? It's crazy. And just to see that team atmosphere. Again, I mean, I was an international man of mystery for a few years there, going to different countries. And to see the way that they support their teams, I haven't seen that type of support in North America until this year with this run that the Edmonton Oilers are on. So, good job, Oilers fans, to support your team and look the part. This is great. Be responsible, have fun. Let's enjoy this. Let's have a really, really good time tonight. Fingers crossed that it all works out well, and we can go into the weekend very, very happy fans.
Well said. And again, on that note, it's a carnival atmosphere. Everybody's up for sir, there'll be something for your coffee. You have it on the house today. You're in the drive-thru, buy things for everybody. Everything's it's a generous time. You gotta love it. We're gonna do some kind of easy trivia. We'll have 3 questions as well. 3 questions too many as well coming up. But Trev, who do we got on the line today?
We've got Dr. Dry.
Dr. Dry. He'll be playing for a Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual GC. $20 to Mr. Mike's. Casualest place ever in the Hampton Inn, corner of 137th Ave and Mark Messier Trail. They got the 6 o'clocker lager on tap. Once again, I'm not going to call them a dive bar, which I don't think dive bar is a negative term. I view it as a positive one. But getting up to the wood at this Mr. Mike's with the hotel attached, it's a very nice vibe there. You feel like you're on a vacation. It's great. But Dr. Dry will be playing this morning. Dr. Dry, how you doing, man? Have you played before?
Nope, never played.
Oh, I love it. Well, that's fine. Should be pretty easy. Again, it's kind of easy trivia. Joaquin Gage will be asking the questions this morning, Doctor, and you need 3 out of 5 to get it over the line. So it should be rather elementary here. I'm going to start the ticker after Joaquin reads the first question, and good luck, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go, Dr. Dry. Who do the Oilers play tonight?
Oilers and Panthers.
Which Oilers defenseman passed Paul Coffey for assists in the postseason?
Bouchard.
Who leads the playoffs in scoring?
McDavid.
True or false, Bill Zito is the cause of the water shortage in Calgary?
Quite possible, yes.
What team will force a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Final? Ooh.
Go Oilers!
No! My God. Damn it, Shake, stop it!
They are going to remember that AM radio is a viable and modern source for news and entertainment. Totally. People don't listen to AM like they used to. Seems like it's more about FM and color TV. That's stupid. It sure is, Kevin.
I'm stoked. You stoked?
I'm stoked.
Just
I'm
so stoked.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
Old Rick Pinter, I hope he's enjoying him. A Leafs fan by trade.
Oh, is he?
Old Pinter, yeah. An A's fan, a Leafs fan, and a Lakers fan. So he's a bit of a mixed bag, our Rick Pinter, but could have used him yesterday on the old traffic episode that we had to deal with here at EST and everybody else.
Right. Oh,
with
man.
The cones
Hopefully
out on the road.
Hopefully people just didn't have to go today and just the Henday was just open. But,
I do wonder if, though, you're a worker or you're an employer who gets that call. I just will enjoy the weather today.
Yeah.
Do you dare play that card?
Yeah, there's a lot of black lung going on today.
Honesty is the best policy. Just let them know the truth. I'm sure they'll be fine with it. But Box Pounder says, nice, Doc. Yeah, good win. Good win to get us going here on a Friday, a game day, of course, as well. And we do have some kind of a swap shop deal going on in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Anyone coming from Sherwood Park to the Fort today? I need some 6 o'clocker loggers, and I don't know if I'll make it there and back before the game. LOL. So Big Maple's looking for some 6 o'clockers. Anyone heading from the park up to Fort Saskatchewan today? make it happen for Big Maple. Get him in the nasty chat. Maybe you guys can hammer out some sort of a deal here. But the 6 o'clocker loggers, of course, our good friends at Alley Cat supplying us with those, and our good friends at Strathcona Spirits. We did the drop shots earlier in the week. We led the path. We showed you how to do it. So mix a little bit of that with a little bit of this tonight, and you're going to be flying high. It's going to be great. Maybe you and I can have Trev too involved. Maybe after the show here, a little cheers for a celebration. It's been a great week, great couple of days. 3 questions too many. We'll keep this thing trucking along here. Brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda, where dealer principal Mitch Lewicki also agrees that Bill Zito is to blame for the water shortage down in Calgary. Park Mazda, your dealer for life. And we like Bill Zito for all, he's on the camera. I just don't understand why there's so much. Like, I just don't get what
it's weird.
Is there a story I missed?
I think it's just the intensity of it all. That's got to be it.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like breathe, Bill. Breathe.
I mean, I don't know. Keep the water bottle away from him, though, tonight. I think maybe we'd get him in a padded room or something like that. And yes, we're changing 400.
Nice.
We want to get to 5. Wheels has said 7. He's on his way right now to Ice District. So hit the like on YouTube for Wheels, if anything. Hit the like, hit the thumbs up, pound that sub as well. And we'll truck along here. 3 questions. Well, I guess YouTube, Trev and Joaquin, please, at this time, share with the good people, the listeners and the viewers, where people can find you on the social media realms.
Go ahead, Trev. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can follow me at YouTube_Trev on Twitter. And then if you want to follow my Instagram, you can do that as well. I think
That's the place to be.
It's party, PARDI_boy, BOI.
Oh, nice.
Party under. I was 13 when I made it, okay?
Party.
Didn't age well. I didn't age well.
You tweeted out 6 days ago, June 15th.
That was my last tweet.
And I quote, I got to stop eating donairs.
I got to stop eating donairs. I had a wicked donair that night. And it was good, but I was like, I'm going to tweet about this. I got to stop.
You know what that is? That's a hot take.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
like, nobody would ever utter that, but you've
some
been eating
people
so
were
much.
like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went down good, but
You've been checking off a lot of boxes on that old donair layer list that we have there in the back.
Yeah,
eh?
I want to start recording.
we'll-
Here I'm outside. I'd like to do that because I ventured quite a bit, but there's still a lot more. Every time I drive, I'm like, that's a new one.
Yeah.
Two bites. Everybody knows
do
the rules.
do the Portnoy thing with
2
donairs.
bites.
Yeah.
No,
I'd like to do that.
Yeah. Perfect.
Question number 1, though, and look, again, lots of things going on. We're going to get to the game tonight, Orange and Blue Breakfast. But since you're in the chair for Dusty this morning, expectations for the Spanish Grand Prix.
Ooh, I think George Russell is going to do something special. I just have a feeling about his confidence. Being the guy now, he knows looks like he's gonna be the senior driver at Mercedes moving forward, holding off Lewis Hamilton in the last race. Just that extra confidence and the progression of this car. I looked for. I mean, it does look. I figure George Russell will be on the podium this weekend.
Podium for Russell. Okay, I don't mind that. Question number 2 here. And just getting with how you're preparing for today and getting maybe the nervous energy out of you. It is International Day of Yoga. Any of you boys dip your toe onto the mat, hot, nude, or otherwise?
Yeah, I used to be quite heavily into the yoga. I'm no stranger to the downward facing dog, but no, it's something that I should get back into. Like everyone.
We all should.
To loosen up the hips and stretch. And I'm not a huge fan of the hot yoga. I'm a sweater. I was at that one hot yoga place just off of what was it above? It was above the movie store, comic book shop, just right by the university there on 109th. And I'm a sweater, and it was hot in there. And it was when I was a little more fit, and it was more of a scouting mission for companionship, but I noticed that there was a river of my fluids inching towards a girl, and it just ruined my whole experience because you're supposed to relax, right? I'm going, oh my God, it's going, and it's just this slow
a current almost.
Yeah,
like
I kind of had to. At least you have the towel, and right before I got there, I threw the towel, and it just landed, so it didn't hit her.
But it landed on the stream, and then you could see the imprint of the stream on the towel, like soaking it up.
Yeah. So it was just, and I didn't say hi or anything. I just left after that.
It's like aquatic yoga for you.
I
almost.
think she looked back and just the look of disgust because I was just soaked. It looked like there was a shower on me. And so, yeah. But I'm not a fan of the hot. I like the breathing, the stretching.
Yeah.
I'm not into the like the hardcore poses and stuff like that. But
wouldn't that be something, Ice District, like just a little before the beaches hit the stage, that it's this big communal yoga?
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg gets on stage and leads a half-hour session. Trev, you get down on the mat? Or
Never dabbled.
Not
with,
once?
No.
You got to go.
I think you'd like it, man.
Yeah.
Well, because you keep fit. You go to the gym and stuff. I think it'd be a nice...
Maybe, like it's definitely something I want to do probably one day. But just we didn't have anything back home really. No yoga places, anything like that. But I'd like to. What was it? Hot yoga? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, well, the hot yoga. I like...
Because I like steam. Like I like being in a sauna. I like building up a sweat. So maybe I'd be interested.
You might
in that.
like it a little bit more than me, but just make sure it's...
Some studios are maybe a little more intense than others, perhaps you
Yeah,
could say. Like
for
some of
sure.
the floor, the floor will get hot and all that and whatever. But I think you should get into it, go back home, and you can be a yogi. And you can open your own studio down there. Wouldn't that be something?
Welcome, everyone.
Yeah.
To YTT's Yoga. Something like that.
Sign me up. Siggy says, I did yoga for bad back. Excellent. No, it's just, I don't know. It's calling me back home too, I think. It's just a nice massage for the organs and everything.
Well, yeah. And it align like you're sitting for a lot of time and stuff. It's good for posture because it makes you more aware of your spine alignment, I think. Like after you do it for a while, you're constantly starting to correct yourself. Because you're not sitting in the.
That's exactly. You find that you're
doing things properly.
It's weird. It's weird stuff, man. But we're talking yoga. We ain't talking soccer. I'll give you that one. We'll get back to the game right now.
This could be something that you do before the game, right? This is to get you in the right...
Athletes, football players for crying out loud. Offensive, big, tough defensive linemen.
Yeah.
They're downward dogging and everything like that. I mean, that's what you do nowadays. But, good strength, too, for balance. The balancing is just outstanding. I was this close to doing the, the crow, where you're on your hands and down.
Yeah.
Tough stuff.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. Question number 3. Back to the main course. Oilers, Panthers, tonight, Game 6. Trev, you can get involved. Gage, outside of 97. Who's the story for the Oilers tonight?
Tormund Giantsbane. Connor Brown. And if you're
Great shout.
Game of Thrones fan, Tormund is he's got the beard just like Tormund did.
Yeah. A great character, too. A
great character. And that's kind of his role.
Yeah.
He's come in at the right time.
Drysaddle's Brienne of Tarth?
Not really well liked, being a wildling for a better part of the season, but then all on board to defeat the White Walkers, or slightly tanned Walkers of the Florida Panthers.
The alignment there between the two, actually, I've never seen them both in the same room. That type of thing, right? Like, tell me they're different. I'm not believing you. Trev, you going to side with Gage too?
Yeah, that's a good one. I like
the good Connor.
I like that good Connor. We've talked about a little bit of Leon Draisaitl earlier in the show. He is pretty banged up, obviously, but it would be nice. And it's tough because he is probably pretty injured, so I don't know how much he can do, but it would just, McDavid's left his mark on the finals. It would be nice just looking down the road and be like, oh yeah, Leon also had that one game, right? So just for legacy, maybe I'd like to see Leon and just... Nugent Hopkins, I wouldn't mind that. That would be cool as well. For the same reason, longest tenure Oiler, it'd be nice to see him chip in.
Yeah.
It's even setting up from his office there on the goal line. A little tough for him to get that off. You've seen over the past, couple games or couple weeks, whatever it is. So, yeah, I don't know how he gets it, but certainly, you like him to kind of join in the parade. You at least have a little float involved in this whole chase for the cup here. And steam rooms are awesome. That comes in from Wheels. A good sweater, a good steam dry, or the other one, the wood or the wet steam.
I told you my steamer story from way back when with the guy.
Tell it
me.
again. Tell it again, please. Real
no, in Germany they have the Termes with the multiple steam rooms and cold rivers. We had a great one where I played in Castle, just a mammoth facility. But you go in there and the Saunameister. Special, signing up at the sauna. Everyone's in there, and he gets in there and he's kind of cheering and and putting all the special oils and stuff on the rocks, and he has this branch, and it gets to about 105, 110 in there, and people have to leave, right? And you can't come back in. Like
so once,
yeah. So it's almost a test to stay in for the whole session. And I at one point I leaned over because it was getting a little bit, and this guy starts hitting me with this branch, and supposed to open
and this
up.
wasn't a hallucination.
No,
This was,
no.
yeah.
And I was like, "What are you doing?" So and it was explained to me by my teammates that it was supposed to open up the pores. I almost opened up his nose after he was hitting me with this thing. But yeah, unique experience of my international Man of Mystery tour.
The willow. It's one thing to sweat, but the willow branch. I mean, that's the
Yes, it was-
you've paid the money. You want to get the T-shirt and everything, right? Like that's
Yeah.
how it goes. So that was 3 questions to me, brought to you once again by the great staff at Park Mazda. A lot of things to get to as well. Not a lot of time to do it. We'll have a Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week via video link. That'll still be coming up. Orange and Blue Breakfast determined as well, either before or after that. But a few minutes here, let's dive into the Fan Zone.
Fan Zone.
It's brought to you by the Fan Zone. For fans first, by fans, for fans, no fees. Get your tickets for the Oilers Cup run at www.fansfirst.ca. Maybe it won't hurt to maybe head on that website, www.fansfirst.ca today. See what you can do. See if you can get in. I know a friend of mine down Calgary way. She was looking to sell feet pics online for a ticket tonight. Whatever it takes, right?
Whatever,
So,
yeah.
But maybe Fans First can help you out. www.fansfirst.ca, and they are proud sponsors of the Fan Zone. So we'll get into the Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999. Have we talked about Gager's T-shirt game yet? Skyrim for the win. One of us. We have, but again, you know what you're doing here. This isn't just Friday shirt. You pull it off the rack. And
This was
you had a plan.
planned out.
Yeah.
The Dragonborn.
Andrea says, I'm sitting just singing along with the songs and bobbing my head around. This day is going to be so long, LOL. Channeling your inner Stuart Skinner, hey, from Game 5 down in Florida. I mean, as a goalie, man, when you're on the road, Cup Finals, I know that there's pressure in this, obviously goes without saying. But where he is mentally right now, can it get any better?
No, this guy, like everything. I equate it to being like a boxer. You keep telling yourself something, you're going to start believing it once in a while. And
Whatever it is, right? Like you
be
just repeat and repeat.
second year, and he is fully. We talk about it all the time, being in the moment. But what does that actually mean? I've heard people say this. Looking at Stuart Skinner, I can finally see that's what being in the moment is. Embracing where you are and enjoying it, like relishing in it. So many times in life, I'm not just talking in sports, but we're in something that's so special and we don't appreciate it while we're in it. And I think that's what he's doing. He's not, I don't think Stuart Skinner years from now will go, oh, I wish I would have enjoyed that more. Because he's doing it right now, and that's the kind of mindset you have to have as a goaltender in this position. Definitely like you look at Bobrovsky, completely different. Like no talking to media before games. Like I'm not saying it's the right way or wrong way. It's just a different path.
Yep.
But if you were to ask me, Eric, what I would have liked to have been like, I think I was more Bobrovsky, not as intense, but I wish I had a little bit more Skinner in my preparation.
There are two kind of opposite ends of
They're completely different. Like you see Bobrovsky in between. There's certain things Stuart Skinner does regularly. Like you watch the way he prepares and his pregame routine, his in between whistles, what he does. It's very. Every goalie is pretty much the same when you watch them, but his is a little bit more, you see the dancing, listening to the music, a great way to kind of bring yourself back into focus. Masterful job, man.
And players around see that, and they're like, oh, this guy's...
Do you
The base is easy. Then, as I said, it kind of goes up throughout the line.
I mean, if your D-man's coming back to you and you got Bill Zito eyes, he's going to be, geez, I better block something here. With Stuart Skinner, you're like, this guy's feeling it. I feel he's allowing me to be a little bit more comfortable.
Yep. No, well said. A lot of texts flying in as well. It's the Fan Zone. Go to a res and try a sweat lodge. The water splashing the rocks is wild. Pizza guy Justin. Also want to get to this to Strummy from the nasty chat. Gage has been pulled more than once after a steamer. Blood pressure an all-time high. Fan zone that comes in from Rip City Step. Live to see a step. Calling the Amishman. The fan zone. If the power play gets another one tonight, I think they have it. Use the middle of the ice and beat that forecheck. I know people online were clamoring about this as well. Why do they keep going up the boards if the boards use the middle of the ice? I don't know if you subscribe to any of that, but if this is the last game, it was a hell of a ride. Goyle, Colin says, but any comments on the middle as opposed to going up the boards for you tonight?
I would love it if they could, because that usually means it's a tape-to-tape pass, right? So look for quick thinking. Hey, I love a good first pass from the defenseman to the forwards. It usually means a clean exit for the forwards. Not a huge fan of just rimming it around and hoping for the best. You know, you got to have a head on the swivel.
We had a story yesterday with Conor McGinley. He just dumped it in again. It was said something like, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
That's
here.
not the hockey we're playing.
Communication is key. The one thing you yell at your defenseman as a goaltender's time, you know, or man on, right, or eat it. Sometimes just taking the puck into the corner, taking the hit, but keeping the puck there instead of, you know, you ring it around, everyone starts going to the net. You create that chaos and getting shots. Like Florida does do that a lot. They try to get puck just throwing it in there and outnumber with bodies. They've scored a number of goals this whole playoff season like that. So take that strength away from them. Don't allow them to do that. Make them earn it. Don't give it to them.
And much like the series now, you are making them earn it. You're not just giving it to them either, right? I mean, that's the thing.
And
Maurice knows
they're going to do the same too, right? Like this is a heavyweight tilt tonight. I can't wait. I can feel the anxiety building up in me watching it. It's going to be fun.
Just saw Snoop going down on 2. I saw Wheels hooked up behind it. That comes in from Rusty Shackelford. I think Wheels already on his way to Ice District as well. The Fan Zone, brought to you by Fans First. Key to the game, get the puck out of the D zone. Kyle the Embalmer. That would probably go a long way. When Stu throws his hair back to put on a hat in that California Closets commercial. Chef's Kiss, Rip City Step. The Fan Zone. They picked the best one to do that little ad.
The one thing that Stuart Skinner, if you're there for the game, if you're going to the game and there for warm up, watch what Stuart Skinner does at the beginning. Like he goes and sits by the red line and stares at the opposition. It's like a stare down.
In terms of goaltender superstition, is he up there? Does he rank for you? Like, is it in terms of all the things he does and the?
No, it's more routine at this point, right? Like it's just what. He's probably done the same thing for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
He probably did it in Swift Current too.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just part of his preparation at that point. I don't think it's superstition. If something did happen where he didn't complete one of these tasks, I don't think it's going to. Oh my God! I didn't.
At the end of the
I don't think that affects him at all.
Big Uke, I think we'll spike the ball here on the Fan Zone as he texts in all caps. Bring on Game 6 and let's keep this going. Woo! Fan Zone, brought to you by fansfirst.ca. By fans, for fans, no fees. Get your tickets for Oilers Cup Run, fansfirst.ca. Let's hit a sports update. We'll be back. Orange and Blue Breakfast and or Sobeys Liquor Beer of the Week, either or, here on the Nielson Show, edmontonsportstalk.com. Game 6 Cup Finals tonight here in Edmonton. Oilers look to continue their comeback against the Panthers, down 3-2. Tom Gazzola, Matt Cassian, YouTube Trev will get you set for tonight with the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows coverage beginning 4:30 here on Edmonton Sports Talk, the iHeart and TuneIn radio apps, and of course on YouTube. Week 3 in the CFL kicking off last night. The Alouettes remain undefeated with a 47-21 win over Ottawa. Tonight it's the Bombers hosting the Lions while the Elks visit the Argonauts tomorrow. Maddie and Milne will have your green and gold kickoff show live from the Centric Casino Sports Bar and Lounge. Coverage starts at 4 o'clock tomorrow right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. The Stingers, they remain red hot, improving to 7-2 with a 92-91 win over Ottawa. Stingers will remain at home and host Calgary Sunday afternoon at 4. On the diamond, the Riverhawks, they're in Kamloops tonight to kick off a 3-game set. Hawks avoiding the sweep down in Kelowna last night, defeating the Falcons 7-6. Edmonton Prospects continue their series down in Lethbridge with the Bulls tonight. Prospects dropping 117-6 last night. And the Jays, fresh off an off day, they're in Cleveland to open a 3-game set with the Guardians later this evening. On the pitch, Canada dropping its opening match to Argentina 2-0 last night at the Copa Americas. Canada, they'll get set to face Peru Tuesday, while the UEFA Euro group stage action continues this morning as well. One match already underway. Ukraine evening things up with Slovakia. That's currently deadlocked at 1 in the 74th minute. Later on this morning, Austria and Poland at 10. Match of the day will feature Netherlands taking on France 1 o'clock this afternoon. Sports update brought to you by Big Mama's and Papa's Pizzeria. BMPP is a real pizzeria restaurant, not just a delivery pizza chain, serving authentic Italian cuisine with their made-in-house pizza dough, traditional tomato sauce, and fresh toppings. Each pizza is cooked to perfection. It's a pizza experience you've been waiting for. Check them out today. Visit them 12848 97th Street. Order today online, www.bmpp.ca, or call 587-746-0550.
Up north where the rivers run and the winter winds blow strong, our boys are lacing up their skates. They've been waiting all year long. From the farm fields to the oil rigs, every heart beats proud and true. In blue and orange, fighting spirit, when we'll show what we can do. In a Florida arena, the ice melts from the heat, but these Oilers got that fire. You can feel it in the beat. From the knee-high snow to the frozen lakes, we were born to thrive in this southern battleground. We're gonna keep the dream alive. Drag 'em back to Alberta where the fire meets the ice. In the land of the northern lights, we're ready for the fight. Drag 'em back to Alberta where our hearts and hopes are true. We'll storm that Panther Den just to bring that victory home to you. Every cheer that echoes from the stands back to our town. Skates cut like lightning bolts and we ain't backing down. From the blue line to the goalpost, we're a force they'll come to fear. We'll play until our last breath with a promise and a cheer. So raise a toast in the taverns to the night spent on the ice, to the lessons learned in backyard rinks, paying off that sacrifice. For the pride of Edmonton, let's sing this fighting song. With the Oilers badge upon our chests, together we're so strong. Drag 'em back to Alberta where the fire meets the ice. In the land of the northern lights, we're ready for the fight. Drag 'em back to Alberta where our hearts and hopes are true. We'll storm that Panther Den just to bring that victory home to you. 'em back to Alberta where our hearts and hopes are true. We'll storm that Panther Den just to bring that victory home to you.
8:35, you are tuned into the Nielson Show, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, the iHeart TuneIn radio apps, and as well on YouTube. A new little banger there, and we thank Dusty for sending this to us via Justin and Nasty. As some of you are pointing out, a little auto-tuning. Maybe a little AI,
whatever.
Whatever.
Man, that is...
look, it's Friday. It's Game 6. Who cares, right? Like,
yeah.
Just let it cascade over you and just love it there. But a real nice toe tapper, and we thank Justin for his time preparing that one. We're going to get into a Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week ahead of an Orange and Blue Breakfast. Hopefully not the final one of the season, as we'll be previewing the Oilers and Panthers a little more in-depth during that. But first, it is Beer of the Week, and we're doing it via video this morning. I'm just loading up here this copy here. Born Brewing, and it's out of Calgary. Wade will be our guest this morning, and I think Wade is there. Oh, Trevor's got him all queued up there. Yeah, let's bring in Wade this morning. Once again, it's Born Brewing out of Calgary. Joaquin Gage has gotten the cans here. We got our candy lineup. Of course, the 6 o'clocker lager, just keeping guard over the table, but a nice selection of beers here. And Wade, welcome to the show, man. Are you an Oiler fan? I know you're in Calgary, but I know we walk amongst you down there. So what are your thoughts on the Cup Final thus far in terms of your fandom?
Oh yeah, man. I've been watching. Go Oilers. I don't have a huge pull one way or the other, so I've been fully on and can't wait for the game tonight. So.
Yeah, why not? Hey, just get into the fun. But we thank you for your time this morning, Wade, as well. Born Brewing, just before we get into the little taster here, tell us a little bit about this brewery, how it came about, maybe the 5 W's, and how you guys have come to be here.
Sure, yeah, man. We opened back up in 2018, so we just celebrated our 6 years here in April. Started up in Calgary, just kind of in the Barley Belt area with a bunch of other breweries kicking around here. Quit my job back in 2017 and just said, hey, the time is now to open a small brewery in Alberta. And here we are, 20 staff later and 6.5 years, and we're still kicking around. So we're stoked.
Wade, what like I'm hearing these origin stories of breweries, and I equate you guys to superheroes, essentially. So was this something, where did you start? Because I'm an amateur brewer myself, just with kits and things like that. But is this something that you always wanted to do, or how did it come about that, you know what, I'm quitting my job and I'm making beer?
Yeah, I think I just was at a point in the time in my career that I just needed a change and decided to make that most drastic change as possible. And just like you, brewing at home, nothing more, nothing less. I wasn't ever a commercial brewer. Probably could have been, probably should have been, but here we are now. So you're as good as I am. That's how we go. We've learned a lot along the way, but that's where it came from.
Bornbrewing.co is the website if people want to check this out. And if you're down there, it looks like you have a tap room, a shop. It's not just a bathtub brewery here, man. You've got it all set up, so that looks nice. Have to pay a visit sometime. Let's get into the tasting here. Where do you want to direct us? Where should we kind of go down this line in terms of taste in this flight?
Yeah, let's kick off with the green can there. So High Cutie. So this was the original beer that we made up, High Cutie. We made a collab brew with Patty's Brewing back in I think 2018. So it used to be a one-off beer. Now it's our #1 selling SKU across the province. And we decided last year to riff on High Cutie Original, and that's where this mixer pack came from. So you can get it at Sobe Safeway in an 8-pack, 2 of each type. And so High Cutie, yeah, it's a wheat ale brewed with raspberry and mint. It's just a light, refreshing wheat base that has obviously that raspberry backbone and then a hint of mint. Some folks will get more, some folks will get less, some folks say it won't there, but that's the way we want it. We don't want the mint to be overpowering. So a little bit different on that raspberry beer than you would have found somewhere else, and it's done well for us. So yeah, cheers, guys.
Cheers. Everybody tastes herbs a little differently, don't they? Like, some people can't taste cilantro, mint, and all that, but this would go nice. Hot day today, pre-gaming.
I apologize because of we don't have the see-through cups, but when you pour this one, it's gorgeous. Yep. Like the kind of rosé-ish kind of hue to it. I'm a big fan of wheat beers, that raspberry, and just that little, I guess, that finish with the kind of fresh mint. That's very enjoyable, especially on a day like today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made it for patio beer, patio crusher, summertime beer. We do have it all year round, and Sobeys and Safeways do carry that SKU year round. The mix pack's a bit of a summer kind of thing for us. And so the other 3 beers that you have in front of you, the Hey Cutie, the Hello Cutie, and the Bye Cutie, those are all like specialty kind of summer variations. So we want to try all of them. I think maybe we'll go into the Hello Cutie, which is the orange can.
Orange can, sure.
Love it. And the special again, sorry for listeners, it's the 4-pack, the 8-pack, they're all combined, right?
That's right.
Okay.
So where did the inspiration for the artwork come from on the can itself?
So each of our SKUs is story based. So each of them have a bit of a story on it, and they're user generated or fan generated, whatever you want to say. So you can jump on our website, submit a story. We get lots of different submissions from whatever the case may be. It could be a stroll in the park. It could be your favorite patio day. It could be some mountain crazy adventure that you took. And we'll take that. We'll change it up, and we'll get it into a can. So that artwork is a story based, and each of those have their own little story. Each scene on these cans is pretty outdoorsy themed, summer themed. So,
well, here's
cheers to this
one. Stuart Skinner.
Stuart Skinner, absolutely.
Yeah, mango and hibiscus here. So you'll be getting that fruit, and again with that herb kind of finish. If you see the color on this one, it has even a different color than you would be getting from the high cutie and the raspberry. So yeah, another fun pinkish kind of hue to it.
That's really good.
That's tickling your taste buds, where you need it.
That is really good one. Sorry, Trev, I don't have one for you. You get one later.
Well, we'll get you that. No, Trev can always slop up the seconds here afterwards. We're joined by Wade Brown right now, Born Brewing out of Calgary, and this is the Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. Once again, we're going down the line here. What's the next sample here, Wade?
Yeah, and just for listeners as well, the beers here are all the same base. So you'll be getting a really cool variation between just the fruit additions and the herb additions, and you're going to be consistent throughout. So the same base beer, and we're just adding those variations to create that flavor type. So we'll move over to the pink can, Hey Cutie, and it is a passion fruit infused kind of wheat ale. So every fruit, all the fruit we put in it is pure fruits, purees that we use, no added flavorings or anything like that. So it's actually a true addition. And this is going to give you a little bit of, passion fruit's got a little bit of tang to it. So it kind of like brightens things up and adds a little bit of flair.
Okay, well, Wade, would you like to cheers to anybody as well, giving the guest an opportunity here?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to give a cheers out to my team right now. They're out on a day hike, so they volunteered me to be on this show today, which is awesome. So I was pretty stoked to be able to join in. Usually it's not I'm not the go-to spokesperson, but I'm pretty excited to be here with you guys today. So,
kicking ass. Cheers to Wade, eh? Yeah. Thank you, Wade.
Cheers, guys.
Man, these are adventurous.
Yeah, everyone is a little bit. Hibiscus, love passion fruit. Really like passion fruit. That's really nice and subtle in there. And
that's my favorite.
Yeah, great golden color as the pour. Again, I apologize. I should have cleared.
But if you're looking for a change up today, like these are the beers to go to. If you want to change your game during this cup run or whatever on a hot day like today, these are going down a treat.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Wade. Bravo.
Yeah, and just for listeners too, I think probably no one can see the video, but you guys probably have it. Like we got that box going on too. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's quite fun.
Mike from Calgary texts in, said Wade is giving me positive Bouche vibes. He's akin you to an Evan Bouchard. So take that with what you will. We'll cap this one and finish this off for the final with green yellow there.
Yeah. So this is just a soured version. It's called By Cutie. So a soured version of the first beer we tried. So same beer, raspberry and mint. And then it's a soured, so we do go through the souring process. It's going to be a little bit obviously tangy and a little bit tart, but not overly too much. I think you guys, if you've had a sour beer before, you'll be pleasantly surprised to kind of like that balance that's in this beer. So yeah, By Cutie, a little bit of testament to the end of summer per se.
Haven't led us astray yet. This is good stuff.
A game 6.
A game 7.
A game 7.
A game 7. Man, that raspberry mint is great mix. A great mix on
great. I love that raspberry mint. That's it seems like the mint is a little bit stronger in that one for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, we get that often in the By Cutie. Just mint somehow just shines through a little bit differently in that soured variety. And each their own, so to speak, but
nice.
You got people going this morning, Wade. Big Maple chimes in our YouTube chat. These beers are making me thirsty. And I think today of all days, you can be forgiven. There's no drinking a clock hour. It just kind of starts whenever you want it. But Wade, one last time, where can people find you? And the deal again from Sobeys and Safeway Liquor on the beer we've been sampling this morning.
Yeah, we are all across the province, and specifically these beers are on special right now here at Sobeys and Safeway, all across wherever your local store is at. I believe the deal right now is 2 packs for $56, $54, I think, like something like that. and $6 off if you buy the 2-pack. And then there's also a scene point special on right now as well. So 300 points of scene points if you do the 2-pack buy. So great deal. You're not going to find it anywhere cheaper across the province ever. It's quite special right now. So.
Well, Wade, we thank you for taking some time out to join us this morning and not participating on the hike. I get maybe you like hiking, I don't know, but thank you for taking the time to join us while you're the rest of the staff is away having fun. Enjoy the weekend, and can't wait to head down there. Once again, bornbrewing.co is the website, tap room, everything. You got some food down there as well. So congratulations on the success thus far, and then good luck moving forward.
Yeah, hey, thanks, guys. Really appreciate your time, and thanks for having me on the show. There
you go. Love it. That's Wade Brown. Born Brewing out of Calgary, Born Brewing Co. And very good. As I said, there's lots of types of breweries, people doing their own different thing, but they're coming to play here. Lots of brews on tap, including the ones we've sampled. A little bit of food as well on tap there. They got a shop, merchandise, the whole bit. So Born Brewing, keeping it locked down Calgary way. And as you heard Wade say, a little bit of support for the Oilers too, so that never hurts as well.
I like that. Oh, Tommy's in the house.
Tommy's looking electric. Those shorts.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, we're hanging out today in the hangout.
He looks like an ad in a Tommy Hilfiger commercial, actually.
He's coming to play. I love it. Tommy's all suited up. The Nielsen Show presented by Southport Chevrolet once again. Closer than you think since 1983. A short drive to Fort Saskatchewan. Worth it to find the best deal at the best price. Your go-to dealership for Silverado 1500s. Heavy duty, 0% financing available on select models. See dealer for details. Best thing about Southport Chev, though, is the GM has a wall of Nerf guns in his office. This is the thing. You go down there and I know we have fun with Mitch, too, from Park Mazda. He's a bit of a different kind of cat, but this GM at Southport Chev, I need to kind of I need to go there and kind of get the lowdown on what's going on, because if you got Nerf guns hanging on your wall, but if you're interested in a vehicle out that way, Southport Chev trucks specifically, bring your kids down. It can be a time task to get in a vehicle you want, and you got the kids at tow. Let them run around in the GM's office, shoot Nerf guns at each other, and the staff will take care of you, right?
That is, let the kids go nuts. That's great.
I love it. And we were talking about that a little later yesterday with teams having like a daycare inside. This is kind of what they're doing at Southport Chev.
Yeah. Like I've been into dealerships before, and they do have the kids room with the token crayons and maybe the treehouse. But if you can actually,
stepping it up a notch. Yeah.
You throw the camo, maybe a little face paint on there.
Yeah, baby.
And be diving through the backs of cars and stuff. That's a little bit more John Wicky.
John Wicky. I love it. 780-218-9999 is the number to text as well if you want to get in for text of the day. That's still open. I know a few probably texters have caught your eye, but we'll hammer that out as well leading up. But an orange and blue breakfast right now to get you set for tonight, brought to you by Mobile One. They are the presenters of the orange and blue breakfast throughout the season here. As I'm trying to find the lubiest of lubes, Mobile One, search them up today. It is the orange and blue breakfast. Thoughts on tonight? I mean, we'll get into the lineups here as it stands right now for the visiting Panthers. Last we heard and last we know, Barkov between Reinhart Verhaeghe, Bennett between Kachuk and Rodriguez, Lundell between Tarasenko and Luosterainen, Stenlund between Cousins and Lomberg, defensive pairings Forsling Ekblad, Mikola Montour, Ekman Larson Kulikov, and probably Bobrovsky. Somebody in the Nasty Chat saying start Picker tonight and throw him a curveball. No, we won't be going there, but we jest. For the Edmonton Oilers, Connor McDavid between Fogle and Hyman is what we last have here. Draisaitl, Holloway, Nugent Hopkins, that third line, Henrique, Brown, and Janmark, and of course Derek Ryan, Corey Perry, McLeod. Now Evander Kane skating yesterday, undetermined. Of course, we spoke with MJ earlier on. It would be a minor role if that. You don't want to upset too much chemistry you got going on. It's got to be in the fourth line. A little cameo appearance here or there, maybe if needed.
I don't like messing after messing with a winning streak.
Even if it's that deep down, eh?
If Evander Kane was completely, I don't think he's even 90%. You're looking at Mayer.
Couldn't sit down on the bench.
70, 75, and it's one hit away from him being not able to play, and then you've lost a body, right? So. And it's terrible because when you look, it's who is it that they've injected into the fourth line there with Cousins and Lomberg, two kind of physical guys that Cousins has been known to be a little bit dirty as well. I think that this series, unfortunately, was tailor made for a healthy Evander Kane, where he could kind of assert dominance over certain individuals within the top 6 of the Florida Panthers that could kind of, cool the temperatures down or turn down the volume a little bit of the play of those guys. So, but to me, Evander, I'd love to see him in the series, but I think this is a time where you're watching and being a good teammate.
And look, you can't be selfish. And not saying Kane is selfish, and it's not his choice to land his coaching, but you keep it simple. Don't try to go for the sexy move or whatever. No. And I know Knobloch, we mentioned he's been doing things, the balls, quote, and all that.
For a first year coach and not being able to be with the team from training camp on, where you really, you get to learn a lot about everybody and feel and stuff like that. For him to know the temperature and again, when to turn up the volume, when to turn it down, the right buttons to push. He's hit the hole in one on hole 17 at the ranch.
That leads us into the injury report, and that's pretty much it with Evander Kane. It's brought to you by SB LLP. Once again, our injury lawyers, sb-llp.com. Click on personal injury or call 780-438-5281. No need to feel shame. Let SB LLP handle the claim. Maybe Knobloch phones them up today and asks, what should I do with Evander Kane? Do I insert him in the lineup tonight on the 4th or not? For the Florida Panthers, it's a clean bill of health. And for the Edmonton Oilers, of course, as you mentioned, Evander Kane still listed as day-to-day, but might factor in tonight as well. And Brady Stonehouse, whose blank silhouette has been on this injury report all season long. I don't know why they haven't taken him off. He's the only, every other team and nobody else. And Brady Stonehouse remains. But we thank SB-LLP, the injury lawyers there, for the injury report. Key to an Oilers victory tonight. I think we kind of said it earlier in this show, but
continued play and someone to step out. Drink the Pisani juice, which I will be joining with Fernando Pisani to create our new brewery. That would be the Pisani.
Let's find you a place, eh? Let's find the property and get that rolling.
I want to see who become like another Connor Brown kind of story, a guy that steps up. It can't always be Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl at this point. Connor's allowed you to get to this point. The old adage of playing for the guy next to you. This is where it really comes into play. I think that's look for superhuman performances by someone that you don't really expect it from.
I like it. YouTube Trev, are you going for the heavy hitters? Are you taking Gage's route in a bit of a fairy tale story tonight? What is your key to an Oilers win tonight?
Oh I don't know. I just get it done, man. Just get it done.
Just win.
Just do it. Just win.
The key to winning is winning.
I'm sorry. Yeah, just win. I agree though. Like, it would be nice to see maybe Fogle get in the mix. He's had some good looks lately.
Yeah.
You definitely want one of those guys getting on the score sheet, and then it's Connor and Leon. What they'll do from that, like that's huge, right? Definitely a lesser guy I would like to see chip in.
I mean, Fogle was a big part of, I think, a little
contract year. Fogle had
he was.
Yeah, the goal, what I said in the chat, the confidence shaking goal. Fogle on the forward check. Hyman going to the net, keeping Bobrovsky deep at that point. Like, there was a few things that added to Connor scoring that bad angle shot. So Fogle, great up to this point. Would love to see him do something that gets him back on the score sheet.
Yeah, I think that's a good shout. And the regular season he had two, and maybe a bit of a I don't know, define a drop in the playoffs or whatever, but I think him riding up there and getting top 6 might be something.
His T-shirt games is
that's
on point as mine.
It would add to the fairy tale, right? With the T-shirt game, and then if he pops up and becomes a hero tonight, I mean, let's go. He's the lead float in the parade. We will get to the wrap right now for William Huff. That is your Orange and Blue Breakfast, by the way, brought to you by Mobile One. It's the wrap. It's William Huff. We got the hangout coming up next. Tom Gazzola's in. The short game is 15 out of 10 today. I mean, you got to tune in at least for that. If you do usually stream, get into the YouTube and watch. We'll be sliding over there as well. He'll be joined by Glue Guy Jay Milne and I believe Zach to come in.
Oh, nice.
Wonder what opposing team garb he'll be wearing for the hangout today, right? Like probably his Panthers jersey on or something like that. But it is the wrap for William Huff. You want your place to look as good as ours. WilliamHuff.com. In business since 72. You know they're incredible at what they do. They've been rapping the city. They've been rapping Rogers. They've been rapping the Ice District. They are the ones. We're getting the wrap. What did you learn on the show this morning, Joaquin Gage?
I learned that there's so much musical talent out there willing to.
You got that right.
And it's the tip of the iceberg, I think, with EST. And if anything, I'm looking for. I guess what I've learned is I'm looking so forward to what Atif can bring if there's a hockey game on Monday night.
Wheels Atif and OG Nasty is on his way right now to Ice District at 8:56 a.m. here on a Friday morning, Game 6. But he did send in, as he does, a Game 6 pump-up speech, poem, whatever you want. It will be our sound of the day this morning. If you missed it in the opening hour, here is Wheels Atif getting you set for Game 6.
Oilers Nation, it's Game 6. It's game day. I want to ask you, what you gonna do, brother, when the Edmonton Oilers force a Game 7 on you, Florida, Matthew Tkachuk and Sam Bennett? What you gonna do, Bill Zito, when the Edmonton Oilers force a Game 7? You gonna go throw another harmless water bottle and have a freak out? What you gonna do? Who's with me? Connor, you with me? Yeah. Nuge, you with me? Yeah. David, you with me? Yep. Skinner, you with me? Yep. Then, let's go. Step into a Slim Jim. Let's go, Oilers.
It hits a little different after the Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week, would you
say?
Yeah,
yeah. But the fact that he, the Connor Brown, first.
I think Dennis pointed out, I couldn't believe it. That's one thing I missed. But
sorry, Tormund Giants Bane was getting the shut up.
But the real Connor, when you say Connor around these parts now, you immediately go to Brown, as Atif does as well. not the other guy, McDavid or whatever his name is, right? I mean, so we thank Atif for that, and Slim Jim as well sponsoring that rant, I guess, from Atif as he had to get her in there. That was a weird thing, but he's down there tonight. He's kind of the rabbit's foot. Look at this. Jamie, fresh off a golf tournament yesterday. He's looking surprised, feeling good. Hey, I'm ready for the hangout. And the short game, too.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long hangout, but a short hangout, I guess, from 9 to 11 this morning. We're a couple of minutes away. Boys, I ask you now, what are we watching tonight to finish the wrap?
I think it's a lot of preparation. And then we are watching Edmonton Oilers, Florida Panthers, Game 6 at Rogers Place.
I shall say Netherlands, France this afternoon at 1 o'clock. If you are going out, beautiful day, hit up a patio this afternoon, get that game in you.
Oh, I guess
should be wild.
I'm watching Free Practice 1 and 2.
We'll be getting in there. So. I mean, this is, as I said, lots of stuff going on right now, and you can kind of make a day out of it. Dustin Nielson also will have the call, Week 3 in the CFL continuing tonight.
Yeah.
And this is a big game from Winnipeg. The Bombers 0-2, looking to get things on the right track there, hosting the 1-1 BC Lions. So, you know how the TV game goes. You got it on, you get the commercial break, you go back to that one, you flip back. So lots of stuff going on, both this morning, this afternoon, and into tonight. Race weekend, Spanish Grand Prix.
Awesome.
I mean, holy heck, we are here, and we're loving it. We will... cap things here on the Nielson Show. I want to thank Joaquin Gage, Jay Milne as well for joining and filling in. You guys, you make it easy when Dusty's away to kind of, you fill the cracks. You're like some sort of a caulking, when you kind of got to fill that crack. My favorite cocks, my two favorite caulkings here. It's just great.
Sometimes you need, white cock, black cock,
Whatever it is,
all works.
Yeah, mix, whatever. We can do it all. And YouTube, Trev, a lot of people don't know, it's the people behind the scenes that keep this thing going. So he's...
I'm a decent cock myself.
You are... and are we actually, Box Pounder in the Nasty Chat, and this would be a great way to cap the show... $4.99. We got to change 500 before this clicks over. Look, and I think
I could change 500. Actually.
You haven't even got in there.
I didn't get in there.
Everybody else. While you do that, I want to thank everybody today, including our title sponsor, Southport Chevrolet, and we love what they're doing. They're back. 0% financing if you're looking to get a new truck, a Silverado 1500 heavy duty. www.southfortchev.com. Visit them today. Closer than you think since 1983. And the manager has Nerf guns in his office, so it's great. So for Southport Chev, we got a text of the day as well. We'll be giving that out. Did anything tickle your fancy there, Gage, in terms of text of the day? You see anything that I will be going maybe I think Big Uke here, bring on Game 6 and let's keep this going. Woo, fan zone. That pretty much sums up the show there and where we're going today. We had a lot to get through, but you all want Oilers Panthers. We're going to give it to you. Hangout coming up next. Tom Gazzola once again.
Give this a try. This is, if I could say anything about this beer, it's great lawn mowing beer.
And I got to cut my grass this afternoon.
There we go.
So that's going to be in today with the temperatures and everything pre-gaming. South Fort Chev, A&W, Paris Jewelers with the inbox, the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. We sent somebody to Mr. Mike's this morning for kind of easy trivia. Park Mazda was all over this place as well. SBLLP, our injury lawyers. Check them out today. www.sb-llp.com. The Fan Zone, fansfirst.ca. If you are looking for tickets for tonight, maybe they can help you out. Fansfirst.ca. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, of course. Born Brewing out of Calgary. Check them out today. We got the 6 o'clock loggers too. That special still going on. Strathcona Spirits. The did you slam that down already?
It's gone.
It's gone. Gage, you're here with the sunglasses. It's all going on. It continues right now in the Hangout. Keep it locked here on YouTube. We'll automatically turn over, get the autoplay on. I love all of you. Just whatever happens today or tonight, just again, as we said to kick off the show, let it cascade. Just enjoy life. This is it.
Skinner this bad boy. Embrace it.
Embrace it. Yeah. Embrace it indeed. For Joaquin Gage, YouTube Trev, I'm Lieutenant Eric. And Dustin Nielsen, we thank him for his time as well with the Tales of the North. Brought to you by ChristopherBoyle.net. Hangout coming up next. Lock Shop as well. And a little oil stream to kick things off. The boys will be back later, 4:30 this evening for your GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows. Have a day. Take care. Be safe. Boyle!